Please no swearing. Are we live?
We are live.
Oh shit. I didn't even know. Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the best podcast in the world. Fuck Logan Paul.
Good start. Good start.
Let's go.
First swear word.
Yeah.
We definitely should get a jar and just
Yeah,
stick it in front of Stu.
We'll put a money jar just on the side there.
A forfeit jar.
Just as close to Stu as we can.
Did you not get a beep noise?
What a beat noise for what? It's live. How do I know when you're going to say the F word
You could just like,
like that? He's going to say.
What happened to that light that you had that said on air?
It's out there in a box.
Ah, you see.
I feel like you could have asked that within the past.
Yeah. We've been here
Before
for
now.
like 3 hours setting this up, and
Was that even a
it didn't
thing?
come up in conversation, did that one?
Hang on. We've been here 3 hours setting it up. You've been here 3 hours. We've been setting it up. You've sat there like a diva.
You know. You know how things work.
yeah.
I'm not as technically minded as you guys.
No, but you can lift and put.
Well, I'm not as technically minded as like Dale, but I didn't see Stu put in much effort in either.
Oh yeah, that old chestnut.
No, he did well, did Stuart, to be honest.
Pull your tongue out my ass, mate.
Maybe we should be introducing us then.
Well, no one knows who you are, so go for it.
Everyone knows who I am. What are you on about?
Have I seen you on YouTube?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No,
Crime
no one's
Watch.
seen him on YouTube.
Crime Watch, possibly. Why don't we start from this side here?
The big man.
We've got Dale Wilkinson. He's a Sagittarius.
Why are we going to introduce ourselves?
Yep.
You are.
All right,
We'll introduce
What we should
the
do is
unknowns. This is Paul Young.
introduce yourself and give 5 facts about yourself.
I like that.
Maybe 3.
We'll start with Paul.
Yeah,
Yes.
three.
I ain't got 5.
All right,
Start with
I'll
Paul.
give you 3 chance to think about your 5
Yeah,
things.
but if your 3 facts are bollocks, I'm going
They've
to call you
got to
out.
be
Alright.
factual things.
Factual facts, right? Well, my name's Paul Young. My middle name is Austin.
Still
I'm just
got that
gonna
loophole,
I'm just gonna
mate.
put that one out there. I'm a Pisces. I'm not married, but I've got 6 kids. And well, what's my purpose here?
Fuck knows.
I'm like a team representative. That's what I am. 5 things about myself. I'm good at painting. I can draw the picture. That's
No, you're
one
not.
good thing. I
How
can
can we
draw a
get
picture.
Shane in foot painting?
How can we get Shane to replace Paul?
Because you can't weigh painting.
Yeah. Plus, these chairs are exactly the most expensive, are they?
These lazy boy ones are comfy as shit.
I don't know. Let's move on. Go on, Jason.
Paul,
Go on,
this was
Jack.
your idea. You start 5 facts about yourself.
Right.
5 is
Definitely
a bit.
3.
Five
Just
facts.
3.
I don't think you've
non-blue
got 5
facts.
interesting facts.
Go with
I
a
know,
3,
I
Paul.
am.
Nice and
I'll go
simple.
with 3. I'm good at painting. I got 2 A levels. My dad's called Paul Young as well.
That's 3 solid facts.
He's not a singer though. He's a bus driver.
Go on, Jace.
Are you a singer?
I can hold a note.
What note?
Don't believe you.
The monotone note.
My name is Jason Jews. I drive. How about that one? That is a fact. That's 2.
What do you drive, Jace?
I drive a VW Passat. That's what I drive.
Low life.
Slammed and ting.
Solid choice, nice.
Airbags and that. So what else? What else could I say interesting?
It doesn't have to be interesting, just a fact.
Perhaps your
Okay.
job role?
I've got a lizard.
What's his
called-
name?
Phil.
What kind of a lizard?
He's a crested gecko.
Phil McCracken.
Philip.
Is there an
actually.
actual difference between a gecko and a crested gecko?
Does it have your surname?
Well,
Is it
I guess
Philip
so.
Jews? It's Philip Jews.
yeah,
Phil
I
Jews.
guess so. I guess he does. Yeah,
Philip Jews.
Philip Jews.
Fair
Only-
play.
only on-
There's
only on a
nothing-
Sunday,
I can't
yeah.
come back with anything witty because you've got a fucking gecko called Philip Jews. It's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's it.
He sounds famous.
That's 3. We're sticking with 3. But stick with 3.
Is it on to me now?
It's on to you now, pal.
Well,
I'll give you one. He used to be the first handsome man in
Solid-
vaping and then got
solid
taken
format.
over.
This is a solid format.
my name is Stu, known as Stu Vapes. I
And
work
Stu Games as well.
Stu Games.
Yeah.
I work for the Yorkshire Vapor. I'm engaged and I've got a 4-year-old daughter. Go me.
I'm gonna steal money.
I felt like an applause. Would you? There, have you got an applause button?
That one.
Go on.
That one.
Yeah.
No, that's not
That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. You're still laughing at you. You're still laughing.
Listen to the girl at the end, though.
They're still laughing at you. My name's Dale. I am not a Sagittarius.
That isn't a fact.
It is.
Well, it is, yeah. but-
Pisces.
Are you a Pisces as well?
I'm a Pisces.
What are you?
My
As
birthday's
opposed to
on
Sagittarius.
Saturday.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
1st of March.
Right. So it's fucking 7 days before mine then.
Just
After
think
mine.
about that. Yeah, mine's 7 days after yours.
No,
We should have
6
had a-
days. Is it a leap year?
Don't
Are
know.
we in a leap year?
No,
So it's 6 days after mine. So of course it's the same star sign.
I don't think it's a leap year. One last year, a leap year.
I feel like
2008.
we've gone on a tangent. I've gone off on one. Well, another fact, I have a dog. And a 6-year-old child. That is mine.
Hey.
Where's
That-
the...
that's nice.
There it is! I got the words right.
Get the sharper.
Got wait for it to finish.
How long's this one? Oh, the little fade.
Yeah, I got a
Guys,
fade back.
before we go any further, if everyone can like and share this video, share it out to some pages, share it onto your personals, wherever you want. You
Onto
can
your personals.
onto your personals. You can also follow us on YouTube and Twitch. It's twitch.tv/the_Yorkshire_Vapor. And we're on YouTube as well. So we're live on all three platforms. If you want to drop it a share and get involved, then that'll be sick.
And there'll be more platforms coming soon. We've figured it out.
This is going to be a thing now. So every Monday, we are going to be doing a lot of comps as well, or here and there. And we're going to be talking about anything you want us to talk about. We have got some questions what have been asked, and we're going to get into them, man. So if you want to ask any questions in the comments, go for it, man. Want to know about any of us or anything we do or anything in life, let's go, man.
We
Any
have got a
topic.
telephone eventually, haven't we?
Well, we've got a shit ton planned. We've got, I think, challenges for you guys.
Whoa,
Definitely challenges.
whoa.
No,
You
definitely.
guys, for us.
People who are
Yeah.
watching.
Oh, for them.
Challenges and competition for them. We also have challenges for the people in this room, not including me.
Yeah.
We have lightsabers. We have a phone in phone.
We should have got them lightsabers
have-
in here because we had a right battle before
Since
this show
Paul
started.
fucked up the other day. We have a live music studio being built on the back of this room.
Then
They're not
people didn't
working.
know about that. How many viewers we got?
Oh, it definitely is. It's definitely working. We've just forgot to scroll up. We've got these 2 chat screens and it doesn't auto scroll. That's a ball ache.
Are you sponsoring people? Potentially.
Stuart's got one of them ASMR voices, I think.
What the? Right, you've said that. What the frig is that?
It sounds like an AA
No.
meeting.
No, this is
You
what
know
you got
when
to
you
do.
do awkward sounds like
So you have to speak really quiet.
You have to whisper.
and you can hear the saliva in your mouth.
My mate Joe's popped on Dale. Do you remember when you nicked frozen burgers out of my freezer? Yeah, and I remember when I gave them back as well. So, you know, I either gave them back or I apologised. One or the other.
Question for Stuart. Have you lowered the noise gate?
What's the noise gate?
Jason. I'm not getting into this right now. But I'll tell you what we'll do, guys, right? Everyone that shares this video, if we can get 100 viewers, everyone that shares it will pick someone to win something. I don't know what.
Yeah, like a treat for the first of
Yeah. For the
Yeah.
first one.
What we could do is run a competition and like get somebody from the audience in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As a guest.
We've
How
got-
are we going to do that with a phone with no SIM card?
Tell you what else we've
Mm.
done. What happens if we hit 500 likes? What happens?
Hang on, we've actually got a new guy here.
happens?
So Stuart Hunter, he said I'm a YouTuber,
Hi, Stuart.
over 8k subs. Maybe we could have a chat anytime, bro.
That sounds good.
We're
does
up for
that?
a chat.
What's your
Slip
YouTube
into
channel?
Stu's DMs.
Paul thinks he's a YouTuber. But he's only got.
I'm trying to get into the YouTube game.
He's been trying for a few years.
There's actually a lot of new faces in here. So welcome to everyone. We are the Yorkshire Vapor. This is the best podcast in the world, and you're a good hunter, Stu. You good, Stu? Hunter.
Yeah. as
Predators
in,
or
like,
hunters?
do you go out with a bow and arrow and stuff and go kill deer?
Stu is watching himself. I'm watching the comments because Dale's not going to sit there and keep doing
Well,
it.
I have. Right, just to clarify, there's 2 screens here with the comments on. Stu wouldn't want to look at this. He'd rather look at a fucking tiny phone. So that sounds like a Stu problem.
SJH Sports.
Is there a way on this screen where we can see how many viewers we've got?
Yeah, Dale's controlling from it.
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah,
on your screen.
Yeah, there is, but
No,
it's
you have
not
to keep
really a
clicking off it.
concern.
So can we go back to it? What happens when we hit 500 likes?
I'll help you out in the YouTube game, fella. Sweet Stuart, I'll tell you what
I'm
you
glad
can do.
they
That's
keep
the-
changing the
that's the wrong
subject.
answer.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I know.
yeah,
You're jumping out
Stu
of it.
keeps changing the subject, and I feel we need to hone on this. If we get 500 likes on this video,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of shares will help that, Mr. Paul Young live will have his nipple pierced. And if we can do this live by Friday, I have a friend coming down to visit us this weekend who is a qualified piercer.
What are they going to put in there? Are they going to put one of them
Well,
rings
a
on a
needle.
bar?
A needle.
Well, in fact, we'll let you choose. Like, we're not unreasonable. Like, you choose.
We'll
how
let
you
the
want to be
audience.
penetrated.
We'll let the audience choose which nipple.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a tough one. Is that because I'd rather it be this nipple than this nipple?
Paul, we're not asking.
There's too much going on over this side though. Like I'd rather have like a bit of
Bling bling.
a bit of bling bling. I wonder if they do like a hoop with a diamond on it.
So you look like
Well,
a full twat.
Yeah,
Mm.
not like a diamond, like a cubic zirconia.
That's Swarovski.
Yeah,
Full-
yeah,
full
yeah.
time
one of them
knobhead.
ones.
Feel you.
Elizabeth Duke.
Nah, got his own thing. Fucking hell, I haven't bought anything Elizabeth Duke since I was 16 and
You-
try and get a bit.
Do you remember Warren James as well?
Warren James.
That's still a thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
There used to be one of them
I
in
bought
St
rings
John's.
from there and told people there were thousands.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely want them about 40 quid.
You could go in and get a bling bling fat gold chunky chain on your wrist and that for like about 100 quid and come out and tell everyone it cost you about $2,000.
Until your wrist went green.
Yeah. Till it rubbed off in back.
Do you remember him? You'll probably remember. You might remember this. Pudsey Leisure Centre used to have that. As soon as you walked in, Paul, they were like a vending machine thing. One of them was a jewellery vending machine, and that shit definitely turned your shit green for months. Yeah, I've got a ring. Look at my sick ring. I'm losing my finger. My finger's
I've got a
leaving my
real
body.
hovering.
Lisa said, "Don't diss Warren James."
Why does she work there?
Well, she might shop there.
Maybe.
Lisa Nicole Sheridan, don't diss Warren James.
1,000 likes
If-
and thousands. If
if,
this video gets enough shares and it gets 500 likes, if we hit 100 viewers and enough shares, and eventually by next weekend gets 500 likes, Paul Young will get his nipple pierced live.
You've got
I
your nipple pierced,
absolutely
haven't
won't
you?
I
get a
have got my
fucking
nipple
Prince
pierced.
Albert piercing. There is no way someone's going in my cock with a
And that was
needle.
by choice as well. I didn't have to get no 500 likes for
Not
it.
happening.
What's the pain
It'd
like?
have to be a stud.
What? the feeling of
Yeah,
getting your
bars a
nipple
bit pie in the
pierced
sky.
is the feeling
Hello, Liam.
of someone putting a needle
Uh,
through your nipple.
we've actually got a question here.
Imagine that.
Dale, any plans to expand the Nick Salt range?
If I'm honest, we're not going to expand it, but we are going to add extra flavours because expand isn't a word. So we are going to expand it. We actually spoke about this recently with the addition of the new fizzy bubblies and with the new fizzy bubblies that aren't there yet. And another 4 that's coming out. I think a lot of them are going to go into it, and maybe a few desserts. We must have. Do we have a sound effect? Do we have a sound effect
Press,
for that?
press a button that you haven't pressed yet.
No, because some of them just go on for.
Press the
What about
purple
that
one.
nice
You turned
blue
it down,
button?
remember, so turn it back up
Turn it back up there.
ever so slightly.
Oh, we'll play that when Paul talks.
Birds.
Yeah. Yo,
Lady
Gary,
Cricket.
There isn't a
shared. Thank you,
tumbleweed
Salam.
sound. Oh.
Yeah, so guys, if there's any questions or any topics you would like us to talk about, hit us up right now, man, and keep sharing his feed out there. Let's go.
Didn't you have some questions from earlier on?
I have got some questions, yeah.
He has got some questions.
Jason had some questions wrote down, didn't he?
I did mine. Well, mine had just pretty random questions that I just thought I'd spitball out there.
Yeah.
Random.
Where's your paperwork?
Thank you.
I don't need no paperwork.
Thank you
Oh, is
to
it
everyone
all
that
in
shared.
here?
Oh,
man.
mate.
Everyone that shared the feed. Thank you. I've got a few questions actually.
Will you be adding any more flavours to the gummy bear range?
Possibly. I don't.
The-
It's not a plan.
It's
Not
one of
one.
those ranges where you could go forever. You could. There's so many flavours. Gummy. You know what I mean? You could. It'd work. Pineapple
Michael,
has been asked for.
Michael
quite a
has
lot.
asked, what's your favourite pizza topping?
One that don't get stuck.
You have to pick one though. You can't pick.
Mm.
And if any of you say pineapple, I'm leaving.
I agree. Pineapples don't belong on a pizza.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just straight margarita, me.
That is like
you know how I'm getting at. I'm
That's-
just leaving it there.
that's proper ready salted. That though,
You reckon?
isn't it? Like
Yeah.
just plain.
Oven
Plain.
baked chips.
But you can't go wrong. Everyone likes margarita. unless
Well,
you're
anyone who
vegan.
says I don't like margaritas talking shit because every pizza you have is margarita with toppings. So it's like those weirdos who say, I'm having a pizza, no cheese. It's like, it's not fucking pizza then, is it?
Christopher Middleton has said, with all Dale's education, as we know, he's a clever man. What made him get into the vape industry?
Luck. Pure luck. Well, no, not luck.
Well, it weren't. It was
It
to
was.
save yourself money.
Yeah, I was. There's a lot of people doing the same as I did. Quit smoking, so it was too expensive. Went on to vaping, realised vaping was really expensive back then, and made some for me, made some for friends, and just kind of.
It was a lot more expensive then when
Yeah, I
we
remember.
first started getting into vaping. It was.
Well, without obviously naming name, the shop we used to use was the same shop, I believe,
Mhm.
initially.
Mhm.
And a 15 mil of it was Avant-Garde Heavenly Vanilla Custard that I used to vape continuously on my Vamo, and it was. I thought you were just staring at me. Then really listening to what I'm saying.
That's actually a good question there, Dale.
Well, let me finish my last one.
Okay.
And Heavenly Vanilla Custard went into them fucking weird square red glass bottles. It was
Yeah.
14 quid for 15 mil,
Well-
and I was like, fuck this, I'm not paying. That was dearer back then for how long it would have lasted me.
I remember
And-
walking into Leeds City Centre. You go to Leeds City Centre, 30 ml bottle. 30 ml bottle, you're paying like 20 to 25 pounds for a 30 ml, and you pay that. Them days are gone.
What
now.
was it? Was it called Fusion? Rasta Blood and stuff. I used to pay like 30 quid for 30 mil. 25 quid.
30
Philip
quid,
Rock
man.
with 30 quid. Do you remember Philip
5
Rock?
pounds. That were an
5 pounds,
expensive
yeah.
one as well.
27 quid.
BFB. BFB.
Loads of stuff on diacetyl in
BFB was amazing.
That were a
There's
mad
actually a
big
really
bottle,
good
like.
question I want to pick up on here. And we can all answer this, even Paul.
Even
Here is a good one. He says for Dale, but I think we can all answer it. What's been the best moment while you've been involved in the vape industry? Your best moment.
single moment or the best thing about
Yeah, but I think you need to have a think about this, Dale, because you've had a lot of good moments.
I'd say this
Have I?
podcast.
Well, yeah, you've been in the game for a long time. You've got to have a memory what you'll never forget.
As
I've got loads, but they're not
whilst
good.
in the vaping industry, I think it's probably going to be whilst with the Yorkshire Vapor, because as in
That-
the industry, as opposed to being a vapor. You know what I mean? Memories from vaping. You know?
Yeah.
So
suppose
it's definitely being part of Yorkshire Vapor, doing the shows, building stuff, building this, all this
Yeah.
stuff. This is
Mm.
See, that was a good
This
answer.
is-
I'm not much of a cuddler, but like, just imagine.
Mine would have been that, but my real answer is I met Soph through vaping.
Simon actually told me that story the other day.
Did he?
Mm.
Yeah. So I actually met my now fiance because of vaping. Paul, what's yours? No one gives a fuck.
About vaping. I suppose it's meeting you, Stu.
Oh, I knew he was gonna. That's why I said it.
It's a case of like before I came onto the vaping scene, you know what I mean? Before I took over on the vaping scene, I'm pretty sure you were like number one, like, and then I like came in and just knocked you down to number two. But did you just hear a noise then?
Yeah, it's the shit coming out your mouth.
I don't know, to be honest. Probably meeting Dale.
Oh, this seems really bad on me though. Like we've pre-choreographed
Yeah.
this for me to look like a fucking geezer, but that's genuinely, if that's true, Paul, then another hug, like in the mind.
I'm with you.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I think expos and shows are definitely memories of like, you'll tell your kids. Do you know what I mean? Look, we did this. We've had massive events
Yeah.
with with thousands of people, but
It's the community part.
once you've
Going
done
to
it,
a
you've done
show.
it. Like for me, it's every day of how we communicate as a team, how we talk, how we interact, how we get involved with each other.
I don't think my banter has been as dark as it is
It
now.
develops, so it's like a Polaroid picture.
It's
starts
always
and-
been there.
gets
It's
more
always
shook,
been
yeah.
there. Exactly. It's
Getting
just
more soft.
I think for me, I don't have a moment. I think I spent years going through jobs I hated and education parts I hated, and then I ended up here by accident with myself, and then my friends. Some of them out here don't work for us anymore, but still mates. And then it's grown and grown and grown. And
what
again,
what were your first job? How did you from then to now? What were your first job?
well, before I did this,
First job
Yeah, that's a
First
good question.
job.
Is that
First
what were your
job.
first job ever?
ever?
Straight out of school.
paper round while in school. Cornmill Lodge as well. I worked there when I was 13, washing pots.
Carmel.
Stuart, what did you do for your first job?
Your first legal job.
My proper first job was probably a roof over my old man. fucking.
Is that why you got such a good tan?
God.
Jason?
I worked at Virgin Active Gym.
Martin Dixon,
way.
thank you, bro.
That was my first job.
You must have been getting paid there.
Not at that fucking age, I want. Fucking hell no, I want.
Well, what were your job?
Me, I started doing courses through them, doing child's fitness instructing,
And you
spin
had a-
classes and things, and then I moved from there because the pay was gash.
Did you not think about going on to become, what they called, like a personal trainer?
No.
You know, it could be a personal trainer.
Who could be a personal
Not
trainer?
me.
Scott.
Scott could be. Scott is educated in that as well.
Evening
He
pen.
is. Scott is hench, man.
What's the which employee have you most enjoyed sacking?
Who's asked me that?
JB.
JB.
Oh dear.
You haven't.
Yeah,
to be
in
fair,
fact, I know exactly who.
People
I
will
know I
know
do.
that answer, but I'm not going to say.
but you haven't
it
got a
loud.
massive list. Like your employees, most of
There's
them.
quite a few, bro.
Oh, is there?
Mhm.
Fucking hell.
Some of which you have just said, "Do this for us." You haven't had to directly do it, so that's all right.
Ah,
Once I've done it myself every time. Is even when other management professionals of our company have copped out and made me do it. I've definitely had to do the dirty work, but I don't like sacking people. Like I only do it as a last resort.
He's
Have you ever got
definitely
right up
nursing
in
his tummy when
somebody's
he does
face though and sacked them? Like, they've really, really pissed you off and you've just gone for them. Like,
No,
We've never been
You're
in that position
fired.
where you've needed to really.
well, no. No, can we change? This isn't a comfortable subject
It's a
for me. I
pretty
don't
good,
think I'm allowed
question,
to,
is that?
Anyway.
Yeah, JB.
you could be like that guy on The Apprentice.
JB keeps forgetting he's coming to see us on Friday. I will slap him all over my garden if he carries on.
We've got
Lovely
lightsabers.
guys, we're on 64 viewers, man. It's hit that 100 viewer mark, man.
How many likes are we on? How close to this nipple piercing are
We've
we?
had quite a few shares. Had a few shares, to be honest. I don't know how many likes are hitting as of now.
You
but
know when you say like, share, smiley faces and love arts aren't included.
yes,
in
they are. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
What about angry faces?
Yeah.
All faces.
That's a
all
bit harsh,
faces.
is that?
All faces.
I don't. You know, I'm second thought in this.
I
'cause
forgot
it's
to
like
like
You
it.
ain't got a
mutilating
choice.
my skin.
You either allow it now
Have you
you've done the
liked it?
deal, or we'll pin you down and Chris will literally penetrate your nipple.
What will my mum think about it?
Penny.
Shall we phone her and ask her?
No,
Penny,
I'll
that's
just
a
get her
great
on
one.
phone.
I
Mum,
don't care
mum,
if your mum, your dad, your family don't want you to do it. It's
Mother.
happening.
Can everyone see Penny Green's comment?
Let's have a look.
This is the kind of questions I'm talking about.
if you could be a Spice Girl, which one would you be?
Yeah, but
Jerry-
you can't be to
Jerry-
sexually arouse yourself.
Baby.
Why not? I'd never have to worry about another half.
Who was the fittest Spice Girl?
The ginger one.
Baby
Sporty
Spice.
Spice.
Baby.
Baby.
Sporty Spice.
Yeah, yeah. She wore them
Baby?
tracksuits, didn't she?
And
Yeah,
probably had a
exactly.
penis as well.
Saying that, but I think Paul grew up in Bramley, so there's no.
When you grew up on Broadleys and stuff like that,
Do you
you
know,
were just attracted
I'm
to lasses
thinking
in
of
tracksuits.
Logically, I'd be posh because she's been the most successful.
She
Well, she
hasn't.
hasn't. She married the most successful.
Oh, she definitely designed Range Rover Vogue and stuff.
She didn't design nothing. She put a name to it.
It was standard.
But I was just saying, you think Victoria Beckham could design a Range Rover?
Well, she's loaded.
Didn't she have a
her
clothing
fucking
line?
husband's loaded.
She had a clothing line at one point, didn't she?
Oh, fuck me. Paul, they don't actually have clothing lines. They go, yeah, give me 2 million. You can call it the Victoria Beckham.
33
line.
likes and 83 shares. Come on, people. We
She
can
had like
beat that.
VB on the arse cheek or something like that.
When is Stu getting his tattoo? Dal.
As soon as you want to go and get it, mate.
Oh, I'm sick of his talk.
What are you getting a
Can
tattoo
you,
of?
can you just
Dale.
message Gibbo?
Really?
Oh, literally, I've sent Gibbo the picture of Dal.
Stu knows my PIN number.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Uh,
Stu knows my PIN number. Don't cop out on this.
I'm having a
Go get your
picture.
tattoo done.
You know when I said, so I did the post saying if I get 1,000 likes, was it 1,000?
It made it.
Hang on,
Whatever
hang
it
on a
was, it made it.
Stu's mum said, Stuart's been Baby Spice. She's got the photos to prove it.
Mm,
I would be really thankful, Marie, if you could send me those photos while we're on here, because I can do some magic on this screen.
Mum,
Please.
I'll disown
Please.
you.
I'm so glad you brought that up. If you could send me those Stu has Baby Spice photos, I would really appreciate it.
What is the most memorable time being with TYV, Stu? Got loads, you know.
Payday.
Nah, I don't. I'm not money motivated, mate, to be honest.
You were money motivated when you tried selling me that Joby Gorilla earlier.
Oh, yeah. My most memorable moment is making new friends for me. It's not just like they're not just my work colleagues, they're my mates as well. So
That's what I love about this now. I get paid to go to work with my mum, my dad, my mates every day.
Yeah.
Where else do you? I know everyone has colleagues. Any job you're in, you're gonna have colleagues and people are pricks. It's the same here. But like, I get paid to go to work every day, chill with my dad, chill with my mates, good mates, and then my mum as well. So
if you could buy any car, what car would it be? RS6.
Mustang, black.
What's Jay?
Don't
Pick
know.
like a fucking old school
No, I've always said.
Cortina.
I've always said.
Let me
I've always
guess.
said
Let me
I'd
guess.
have a
Let me
Lotus
guess.
Elise.
Oh.
I'd have a Lotus
Fuck off, let me
Elise
guess.
or something
They're
little
shit,
two-seat
Jay.
bollocks.
They're good for small people.
That's shit.
I am a
You
small
wouldn't- You
person.
wouldn't fit in one.
And if
shit.
yours is a Hummer, leave the building.
I'm out.
Is it a Hummer?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You don't
you
even make
sack
him
lad.
any more than that.
I
shit.
just buy an old one.
Stu, what were your first car?
My first car was a Corsa, and I got
Yours
it.
were a Corsa as well, wasn't it?
Vauxhall Corsa C.
Mine was a silver one.
You've
and
had a Corsa
Silver-
as well.
Silver Corsa.
I've had.
do you wanna know how I got it?
Courses.
How'd you get it?
I
But
bought
my
it
first car was a Nissan Micra.
by a compensation claim for a car crash. When I wasn't in the car.
Fraud.
Oh yeah, shit.
Bit of insurance fraud on go. Yeah.
Yes, Stu RS6. Simon knows.
Did you like your Micra?
It were a bit of an embarrassment.
Which employee
Yeah,
do you
it
regret
still is.
employing?
It were a real embarrassment
Still
because
is.
I left one of my mates. He were called Chimp. He might be watching. He might not be. But I had this.
Chimp.
I had
Hi,
this.
babe.
Isn't he's not called Chimp now? Is it actually a really
Is
good
that just a
tattooist?
cute pet name? that
But
you
what
got
he did,
for him?
he says to me, leave your car with me. Give me an hour and come back. And when I went back, he put 2 blue Viper stripes all the way up this Nissan Micra. And then when I tried to take it off, the paintwork were coming off with it, so I had to leave them on. I had no choice.
This is another good one as well, and I think there isn't a real good
I
answer
feel
for
like we
it.
are finishing.
Yeah, I know, but like,
questions.
I feel like we need to answer these questions, man, because people want to know what can be done to bring the vape community back to what it used to be. Fuck all, it's done. That's my opinion.
Hugs and
I
kisses.
disagree.
I do.
No.
I think
disagree.
it's that cutthroat now. There's no community spirit. I think it's
I
gone
disagree. I
amongst
think-
loyal people.
I think so many people go to these events or have gone to these events, and then people have the same mindset where they think, oh, it's just the same. If everybody continued to keep going, it'd still stay hyped because everybody's seen these faces again and having a laugh with these people again, and more vendors will want to go to these places because it's so hyped.
I don't think he's dead. I think the business side of things, from my point of view and from business owners' point of view, the industry's got more cutthroat. Therefore,
Yeah.
people. I mean, don't get me wrong. The free shit stage has stopped now. Like we've certainly stopped it. We're still going to do giveaways, but not as intense as we used to because everyone were fighting for position. That's why everyone were doing it. And I think that has created cliques of people like, I only go for their free shit and maybe just branch
Yeah,
off their
yeah,
free
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I go for their free shit. So it's divided the community into that free shit following that group, that free shit following that group.
A cult.
Yeah, essentially.
I don't
a group,
think
a
it's-
group of, and I'm not saying that we will have had our own,
Mm-hmm.
like not that we chose, but people, not that we chose the people in it, but they would have chosen to follow us. I'm not being, and we stopped that because we didn't want to be a part of it. We would rather have. You said the same thing earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd rather have 10 genuine people watching a stream like this,
Mhm.
interacting with us, having a chat like this. It's been a long time since we've done live feeds or anyone's done live feeds with that much interaction. in there,
Yeah.
Right, and I would rather have all the people in here than have quadruple those viewing figures and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Only in it for the free shit.
100%.
Yeah, that are just here to jump on our feed because they know another feed's going live in 5 minutes and they really want you to hurry up so they can win.
It's actually soul destroying, man. When you put like you know, I'm known for live feeds. I'm known for doing a lot of things on a live feed, but it's soul destroying when you see people left. And when I mean by dead, I don't mean it's dead. I mean you've got your loyal people now that stick to you, and that's it as a brand. Or
That's
as-
the community in it, not just
Yeah.
like the.
From me as a business point of view, I don't mind that. I genuinely don't mind that. It's at the end of the day, we've got a job to do. As long as we do that outside of all the free shit, outside of all the pettiness of the industry. I mean, I used to get involved with that shit a lot. Like I'd be the first person jumping in with an argument. I'd be the first person telling someone to shut the fuck up. I try not to bother anymore because whether it does or doesn't damage your business, I cannot be arsed with it. Do you know what I mean? I have enough shit to do, work-wise and all sorts.
To be fair, we don't tend to get in that situation, do we? You know, like, there was a lot of shit knocking around, but JB's question there, can that be multiple answers? Because I think that's a pretty good one.
That is a good question.
Yeah, I would think
I
that.
can answer that.
And Danny Bark, I also agree with you. TPD definitely did ruin a lot of juice lines. That was one of the biggest struggles in the.
TPD
It
was a
filtered
struggle.
away a lot of shit
This
as
is
well.
what-
I think.
Right. I completely disagree with that. I think it ruined juice lines that deserved to be ruined because people knew the TPD were coming for 12 months before it did. They knew it were going to be expensive. Now these guys who threw up juice lines, good, bad, shit, not shit, safe, unsafe. They had 12 months to think, I need to put 10, 20, 30 grand away. And they were making fucking bank back then because we all know there were money in the industry. And I'm not saying that from a greed point of view. There was a higher turnover and less of a company split back then than there is now. They knew they had 12 months. These people who went bust because they couldn't afford it, in my opinion, either decided, I'm done with the industry, which is fine, that's their choice, or they pissed the money away because they got 10 grand in bank and thought, let's go buy a second-hand car. And look flash to my mates instead of putting that 10 grand in. But I think our TPD first put through was £47,000. That nearly crippled me to pay that. That was pretty much everything we had.
Do you think
comfortable
you're
inside.
at your not peak, but do you think you're at the best you've ever been as a company?
Yeah, I'd say so.
More.
We've never been busier.
But do you think that now you're at this peak, them £10 for 100ml juices could potentially fracture you where you are now in the future?
No, because they've
people-
always been there. They've always been there with us.
You haven't been there as
Since
much.
short
Yeah.
fills have come around, the prices have been coming down because people are wanting to sell bulk for cheaper, so people go straight to them. But quality speaks more than quantity a lot of the time.
Short fill was good because 10 mils died. I called it from the fucking start. I said short fills would be a good idea, and loads of people were saying they were going to be shit. They're a bad idea. We were one of the very first UK companies to start doing short fills and thought, fuck 10 mils. We'll do them if people want them, but we'll do short fills.
I want to know who the
Short
clever
fills.
cunt was who found out that loophole about the 18mg thing.
The first time I
Because-
ever saw it in the UK was Frontline at an expo. And I were like, what is that? Because this was pre-TPD still, and I'm thinking, this is a ball ache. Why are they doing this but it was pre-TPD, so, you know, it seemed pointless at the time, but they'd already started it.
Yeah.
So they'd already started doing it,
Can we speak about that? Benefits? No.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. I want you to answer that.
JBs. Which employee or team member would I most? And I don't give a shit if this causes offence, but if I'm going to choose the most for each one,
You're going to
I
pick a
would-
girl for the first one, surely.
probably not, no.
No.
I'd pick Jay. Like for the first one, simply because I don't know. I just
Ricky knows Jay. and
well,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
he come into my head straight away, and then with my car, because you drive like a granddad.
You don't want to trust me with a whipper. I'll be
I do
fucking
when I seen you drive like
I'll
an
be
absolute old lady.
daunting that bitch.
Cars, see, I wouldn't trust Jay with my car long term because I know he likes
Trust
he
with the
has a need for
company
speed.
card.
all of you. You
Yeah.
all have them,
No,
pretty
but-
much.
You definitely flew past me the other day. When
Yeah.
we were driving back, you flew past
Oh yeah,
me.
but if I crash my car, it's my fault.
I
If
already-
crash my
I
car,
were-
Maybe
Even
give
stop.
my car a little
I
booty
definitely
shake
know
for you.
the.
I would having an hard time
The last
keeping up with you
answer.
overnight.
Can I answer it for you?
what?
The last answer. Is
I'd-
it Scott?
No,
No.
not for any reason. It would be my dad.
Yeah.
Who would I trust to run my business for a year? Would be the first person I would go to. Would be my dad.
Yeah, true.
Not have any disrespect to Scott. My dad knows he doesn't know the vaping industry like we do, but my dad will not let anything go. My
Your dad
lives-
would make sure everyone in here
was-
keeps it going,
yeah.
and he's just head figure. That's
essentially what I do.
Yeah.
Like, and he would have to be taught the processes that I do in the background. Because I know everyone thinks I don't fucking work, but I genuinely do the background stuff that keeps everyone else doing their jobs. I'm essentially the fuel to the car. But I would, through no disrespect to anyone else, my dad would run it, but he would only be able to do it with you lot as well.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
He wouldn't be able to do it on his own. He wouldn't have a clue. But my dad is always the one who would never let someone take the piss. Like, he would never let someone do something that would be detrimental to our business.
Oh, he's
because-
straight to the point, isn't he?
well,
He's funny as shit.
Oh, he's got no
You don't
filter.
mess
He
around.
is so funny.
That's actually a good one as well. Because I think that's bullshit.
Which,
Not that that's his genuine opinion on it, but I think that's bullshit. Quality would always win over quality.
no,
In
quality
my-
would always win. over
Yeah, yeah.
quantity.
My personal view, yeah.
Definitely.
But in this day and age, no. Because you can go into vape shops now and people want the cheapest juice.
Yeah, like, see, that's
Yeah, but it's
that's
smart price
That's
and
geographical, but like if you think what our footfall is, if we got every vapor in our area to come to our shop, our footfall would probably double.
Yeah,
But
but
the reason being, We have, if you look at most towns that have got A, multiple vape shops, B, multiple clientele, and by clientele I mean some people can't afford 20 quid for 100 mil, and I get that, right? But for 120 mil for £20, and there are shops that will sell you it for a tenner. Now, if that's the budget they're on to last them a week, and they know 100 mil lasts them a week, they have to go to those shops.
Yeah, but you've got a completely different client base in my eyes because I've been in many vape shops.
We've always
I've
been
worked-
in more at the hobbyist when we first started.
Yeah,
though. We
but-
were never about. We were the community part. We want just a. We'll open this.
That's
to
still
make
like
quick
that in
money.
a shop, though, Jay. Like, it's
A
mad.
friend of mine turned to me before we had, obviously we were manufacturing before we had the shop, and I said to my mate, I would like to open a shop in Pudsey because there were no shops then, or there were a little like no match franchise in a cartridge shop or something, but I really want to open a shop in Pudsey, not to damage that other company, but it's my hometown. I want to have my main flagship store in my hometown. That's why Pudsey's got the bar and the games. That's the main one. But my mate said to me, do you think there's a scene in Pudsey? Because back then it was scenes, wasn't it? Like, it was, is there a vape scene? I'm like, well, if there isn't one, we'll fucking make one. Like, there isn't a scene because there's nowhere for there to be a scene emanating from. So we have essentially, I mean, we sell a lot of starter juice and a lot of starter kits still. And we've been in Pudsey 3 years, and every week we're selling multiple.
Yeah, but your
starter kits.
shops run like I've never seen a shop, to be honest with you. I've been in a lot of shops, man, and you are the customer base you've accumulated over the years is very loyal to you, man. Like, they know exactly what they want, and they're coming in for that. Like, you get a lot of people in your shop that stick to the same.
I was shopping from
Do you know
Dale
what I
from
mean?
his living room.
Yeah.
Bargain
Back
booze
in
have
the
started
day.
selling like
Shit.
Someone just
Yeah,
asked that, actually. What do you think about local corner shops selling juice lines? I personally don't give a shit about it.
As long as they're selling good juice.
Do I wish it,
Yeah,
it
well,
never
it's,
happened,
It's
yeah?
still better than combustion at the end of the
Of
day.
course,
Wouldn't you
like-
rather an e-liquid be in there than just purely tobacco?
have you ever
know,
thought
it's-
about doing that though?
What?
Putting it in like a corner shop?
We're
It's-
not prejudiced against who we wholesale products to, but we make sure we check what they're about first and try and check their history. We've had people come to us who were very strict on what people sell it for. Like, so we have a retail price, and genuinely, I can say hand on heart, unless we've got a sale on, our 20 quid retail price for 100 mil is 20 quid in the shop. We never do we'll do it for a tenner and just not tell anyone. What are the prices on the website, the prices in store, and it's always been like that. And we ask people to respect it. We've had people manage to bullshit us because you won't know they're going to bullshit you till they've had the first order.
Yeah.
But then we go well out of us. And a lot of distributors won't believe us, but we genuinely go well out of our way to find out. Especially recently, without going into detail, we will know because if you ask one of your distributors who's supplying this guy, we've cut off already. We've said no, they're not having it because they abuse the pricing. They're not respectful of the industry, and they're going to kill it for everyone. So you ask have you supplied him? No, it's not us. Have you supplied him? No, it's not us. One of them fuckers has supplied him, right? And we don't know who that is. We have now a process where we can find that out.
Yeah, but you have a huge customer base, so to whittle that
difficult.
down.
Yeah,
so,
it's
do you know?
difficult, but we've found a way to adequately do it now, and then without obviously revealing how that is in case anyone sees it,
This-
then we will know very soon who is supplying these.
There is a way
And
that,
then we
that
can
you
stop
can get
it.
those 100ml bottles for cheaper though, isn't there?
Well, there's a
By using the code Paul15 on the website, and you can get 15% discount.
yeah, but if you use
I
mine,
bet you
it's
can
really-
get I bet you can get them cheaper than that.
This
guys.
this is actually a good one, and this isn't me trying to say that making a juice is easy. It's saying it's making it easier. So, Dale, how much generally goes into creating a new juice line, label design, compared to when you did start or how it was?
It was
It's
extreme. The custard cream that we don't make anymore, we've sort of V2'd now. Took me about 6 months to get where I wanted till we sold it to the finished product. Took about 6 months because desserts are notoriously harder to get right, and you've got a lot longer steep. Oh, back then you had a lot longer steeping time, but you've got so the first time I started making juice over 4 years ago. Concentrate technology has come along.
how about
a lot more
sourcing like the materials to do that bottle? You know,
Back then it was a bastard because vaping. I mean, bear in mind, 4 years ago that wasn't the start of vaping. 9 years ago, what? But no, 9 years ago, you're talking there was maybe 3 massive companies doing it, and they had the lockdown on bottles.
Yeah.
People weren't looking for bottles, therefore bottle companies supplied 3 side contracts and then aromatherapy and all that, their normal stuff they were still supplying, whereas us, we came in at a time where, not gourmet, what's the word, premium e-liquids and something that wasn't just fucking strawberry, watermelon. We came out at a time where,
Complex.
the more complex flavours were starting to become...
was there ever premium liquids back then though?
There were
Was it-
quite a few companies making them, but there were nowhere near every man and his dog's making premium e-liquid now and complex e-liquid.
Yeah.
Right, but we the reason that I think we did, I wouldn't say better, but the reason I think we advanced why we did compared to other companies that were around when I started, not around anymore, was because I genuinely wasn't money driven then. Like when I was younger and I had no money, all I ever wanted was money. You know what I mean? Like I was a greedy motherfucker when I was younger. Like I did all sorts of shit. Whereas now, I mean, I'm comfortable, but I don't mind putting all the money in the business account into something that I believe is a risk if I think it's going to pay off. Simply because I think investing back into your own company and investing in your own ideas has got me this far and got us this far as a company.
But in all fairness, you as a person, you don't buy materialistic bollocks. You buy yourself a car because you want a car. Yeah, but not necessarily because you just can. Well, because you want it and you've worked hard for it.
You definitely go through hobbies, interests.
Oh, yeah, but
there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but I want to try everything.
Yeah, but
that's like an OCD thing.
Right, out of the guys in this room, I'm most likely to die first due to health. Therefore, my bucket list needs to be completed 30 years before yours does.
Feel free to just send your funds into my bank account. I will do that. I will be happy.
Have you got a hobby that you wanting to take up?
I know this bank. I know this number. I'll take this bank card.
See, there's a prime example of how much I trust, because you genuinely know that PIN number, and you, despite saying it, you genuinely know that PIN number.
I don't.
You fucking
I don't know my own PIN number, though.
Well, that's just stupidity then. But everyone who works, very likely could name me one or two because the newer members of staff. Who
I'm on the banks every day. You know.
Yeah, but that's your job, though.
Yeah, but like Soph knows my PIN number.
Yeah, but this is her job. She has to spend your money.
Well,
Jason has to see if the money he's making with his company has gone to your.
Right, but you know that's my personal card.
Oh, I don't know that.
He knows. They're all the fucking same, bro. Like, there's people who don't work.
You won't say it over the podcast.
I definitely won't say it over the podcast. People know where I live, and if they try to rob me from my bank card, I have 2 guns, one at the side of my bed and one under my desk. So if you want to come and try and rob my yard, get past the dog and I will shoot you.
And we've got lightsabers here.
Yeah, fucking 5 of them.
You have to let them know that them guns don't carry bullets, so...
How did you...
Because you'll have police raiding you at morning.
Yeah, there you go. James knows my PIN number. James, I've worked here since August, September.
Yeah.
I ain't bothered because if someone robs me, A, the bank will give me the money back, and B, I'll probably hurt them.
Do you think... This is another one as well. Sorry, I'm plowing through these questions, man, because I find them really interesting. For myself, how did you make TYV such a popular brand and get it out there as far as it has? I personally think those flavours done that for you.
And the community is a big part of
massive,
that.
100%. But I reckon what's inside that bottle is what brings TYV to.
I think it's more
all dessert, weren't you? Like
on the
when
same
you first
level,
started,
obviously.
dessert.
Well, yeah,
I think it's more investing in people.
Well, yeah, like I
because you've got to have a surrounding of people around you that you know and trust that are gonna push your stuff forward.
I agree. Like there's a reason I have the people around me that I do have. Because as soon as someone pisses me, I've said the same thing to you before. I'll trust anyone until they give me a reason otherwise, and I've always been like that. And like we were just talking about this off the feed about other things, but I wear my heart on my sleeve in that respect. So I will literally give anyone a chance until they give me a reason not to. And even then, I give second chances simply because I have had fucking hundreds of chances. And I think if I hadn't have got my 100th chance, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Like I was given a chance by my parents to let me 300 quid to start TYV. And with the way I used to be and the way I used to act, the way I used to give my parents, if they hadn't have given me that one last chance, I would have still been as fucked as I was back then. Do you know what I mean? I would still have had the problems. This gave me a chance to grow up, look after my little lad, get stuff going, and then eventually build a team of like-minded people around me, people who have the same values as me, values that I had to learn because I was a dick, like a massive dick.
I've got a question.
Yeah, but I'm a better dick.
Like, yeah, you're a big dick.
I've got a question, right? When are you going to start pushing more merch? Because I know a lot of people, like, they love these snapbacks, they love the jumpers and stuff like that.
Do you know, I can answer that, right? Because a lot of people, no offence, there is a lot of people that are avid collectors of anything TYV. Snapbacks, jumpers, they want it because they know it's very little numbered. But a lot of people this day and age, when you ask them, should we do this? A lot of them are talkers. Yeah. And that ain't me being offensive. A lot of them will say, "Yeah, I'll have that. Yeah. I'll definitely get that." And
we've definitely got.
It comes to it, and people think,
get one of them, get one of them, bro. And I'm not being funny. Like, it's all right. We make good money as a company, but we've still got money in that hoodie that you were gonna buy. We've still got money in that hat you were gonna buy. And obviously, we want extras.
How many people on this feed though would be like interested in like say like these hoodies? You know what I mean? These are pretty sick. These. And I have to say, like, I wear this all the time, even when I don't see you. You know what I mean?
Dinks, man.
I do wash it. It doesn't smell as bad as that microphone.
People how to do that?
A lot of people also, they'll say they want this. They want new snapbacks, hoodies, shorts, socks, that kind of thing. But then as soon as you mention a price,
Yeah, but to be
people
fair,
are
Jack,
like, well, it's not free.
yeah, but to be honest, mate,
Yeah.
our stuff.
That was Expos though. That Expos didn't only bring out the free shit. Like the first Vape Jam, in my opinion, this is my experience of exhibitions. The first Vape Jam I attended, that's where I met Rick and Jane Seward. Like the first one I attended as I just started and I wanted to see more about what the industry was about, try and get ideas of what other brands were about and stuff like that. When I went there, that fucking killed Expos for a good year or two on free shit because that set the precedent for everything.
Yeah, but can you remember when like snapbacks wasn't a thing in vaping? Because I can remember when there was like,
I meant like juice. I meant
yeah.
You used to got T-shirts with a thing.
Yeah.
Like basic ass T-shirts.
Basic.
We've done that.
Cut would have turned up with 1,000 T-shirts. Cut would have turned up with 1,000 T-shirts. Every motherfucker go with a T-shirt. You'd queue up at Vape Jam, the first jam I went to, and you would get given bags in the queue, right? Before you got into the show, you would have maybe 1.5 litres of juice. In a time where juice was 30 quid for 25 quid, 20 quid for a 30ml bottle. So you would go in there with hundreds of pounds worth of stuff. Now that's all right for promotion, but that killed it for a good 1.5, 2 years. Now the one thing, the American market got killed by that. And I mean absolutely killed by that and the FDA fucking about all the time. However, now I think we've managed to pull ourselves away from that because we still have good lucrative expos from business side of things, while still people are getting a good deal. That we've always been a purchase based company, like most vape companies are to be purchased from, and I don't think we've done 3 free throwouts from the stage, but we've never been come to our stand everything's fucking free. Because at the end of the day, that expos usually cost us not so much now, but the big expos that we did and the bigger stands we had were 30 grand outlay. Yeah, but we have to try and get some of that back.
I feel that you put a lot more into your stuff than most people, purely because like our snapbacks, new era. Our hoodies, you know, the top quality hoodies, and that's why, you know, I get a lot of messages. Oh, Stu, I'm not paying 30 quid for a snapback. I'm like, well, the new era hat, what's on your head, is definitely 30, 40 quid in the shop. So it's the same sort of product. You know what I mean? It's that sort of quality.
I think that because the T-shirts and the hats that have been thrown out in the past have been, now they're not being, you can get Yupu ones.
Fruit of the Loom and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not the worst stuff in the world, like, but it's the cheaper end of the spectrum. So when someone can sell a snapback for a tenner, they've probably paid 4 quid for it. Like our hats, what do we sell our hats for? 25 quid?
Yeah, 24
Which
quid.
is mint price.
I swear right, so you take off the VAT from that, that's just short of 21 quid, yeah. Them hats cost me, I think, £17 delivered, because we get them from America, from a company in America we haven't made for us.
We definitely ain't going to sell it now. I just told everyone how much he pays.
No,
I'm joking.
4 quid for a new era hat, we have to go through.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be a profit, it's not a dirty word.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm not going to lie and say we make 4 quid on those hats. We don't sell them to make a massive profit. The 4 quid is to cover the time it's taken to go backwards and forwards with the designers and stuff, to sort out just for the sheer ball ache it is for me to get them through.
Yeah, but do you know when you just
see
see
a buzz as well when you like go
we
out
see a
and you
random
see
guy,
someone wearing a TYB
Yes, the
gear,
brand
it's
awareness.
like,
I would rather if someone sees that logo,
give you your money back.
Well,
Give you your money back at what? Yeah.
and see that logo
100%.
coupled with the new era label,
Yeah.
or like the wholesale t-shirts you guys used to have, they were Nike.
yeah,
Right?
Nike.
I would rather them see the Yorkshire. That was a no monetary thing. We didn't sell them, they were for our staff. But our staff were walking around with a suitcase with like a pull-on case with our brand on, in a Nike golf t-shirt with our logo.
Yeah, but even I got gas the other day.
Class.
Me and Sophie's driving. We seen a guy in a white van with a grey TYV snapback on, and I was like, "Fucking hell, that guy's got a snapback on." So, look, you guys that have been here from get go, to see some random guy repping your brand, he's got to be half gassed for it. Do you know what I mean?
I
It's
still
nice.
like it when I see like a hand check with someone with an OG bottle. Like the really old school bottles. It's like
The black
you've kept
ones.
that, even though the
The ones with the black labels and
older.
the red and
You can go
white.
older.
you
I've
can
got
go
the
like-
thermal printed rolls, the 10mm.
Well, I managed to get, like, you know, when I first decided, right, I'm going to see if I can sell some of this. It was on a vendor's day. You'll remember this, Jay. On a vendor's day on UK Vape Trades. I don't know if that page
You
is
used to
still
cost me a
up.
fortune, man.
Yeah, but you
on
used to win shit all the time.
All the time.
Like, back then.
We're in it for free shit.
Yeah, but then again, you think of how the free shit things change. Now you'll have 100 people watching. 98 of those people won't be buying your stuff in general. Whereas back then, you would do. I used to buy, and you watched it. I would have 600-700 quid worth of retail gear.
You'd buy
that
stuff, and this was the thank you, wasn't it? Like you do giveaways and things.
We'd make a fair bit of money on a vendor's day, and we would say, right, we'll do a draw, and the first 7 people get drawn from 1 to 7 will win X prize. Back then, if you were getting watched, not on live, but if people were following your giveaway, if 50 people were interacting with that giveaway, 47 of them would have been your customers.
Yeah.
Like genuine customers. Whereas now it's completely flipped over, and you've got
thousands of comments.
Thousands of comments, but only 2-3 genuine customers. Now, thank you to those customers, and thank you for the other people for interacting in the post. But that's not what we're into getting. I don't need a like-filled, view-filled fucking live feed full of people. Like we were gonna do the odd giveaway here because we want to do it, not because it'll draw any more people.
It's a thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the people who are interacting with us. Like, this is probably one of the most active chats we've ever had where we've not been giving something away, and I love that.
Yeah,
I'm not
same.
really
Ree, give me a shout. I'll send you a sticker.
I would much rather have an interactive feed as we got now, and you guys interacting, and sit with 700 people spamming some bullshit because they want to try and get your attention or want to try and get something from that. But I've got a question actually. Look, I've just seen it in there. Can't remember who said it, but Jason, where would you be now if it wasn't for vaping? I know it's a hard one, but where do you think you would be?
I'd still be in my last office job. Dale definitely poached me. Poached me.
I did.
Yeah.
Good
Over
poach.
that.
Good poach.
I was working for a pallet distribution company, and Dale actually messaged me through the day and said, so how much is it going to cost me for you to leave that job and come and work with me? Well, working with friends were always instantly a bonus. So the pro was there, you know what I mean? Because we were boys anyway. So to work with your friends
was you
in an
employed to
industry
do what you do now, Jace?
What's that?
Was you employed to do what you do now?
Yeah.
How was you?
Straight into this. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, everything we've done, we've grown together, you know, and we've learned a lot of stuff together. You know, it's Dale put faith in putting me in this job role, which has benefited me because
which is a hard fucking job.
Right? What is it you do, Jackson? Just so people know what you do.
I deal with all the wholesale for the Yorkshire Vapor. So if you've got a shop near you that stocks the Yorkshire Vapor, it's gone through the links that we have grown and we have built and the connections that we have made to put it into that shop, whether it be from a distributor that we have gained and built relationships with, they distribute it for us. We've still had to make that connection. Individual shops, people come direct. We build a really good customer base and really good relationships with our customers because I'm all about building bridges. Don't break the bridges. You know, I'll speak to my customers on a daily. You know, we just have chats, banter again, this dark banter. And you know, when you get to a level of dark banter where you're just giving each other grief constantly just to say hello.
Yeah, but
you know,
I personally couldn't do your job. It's a fucking Jason's job is probably well, apart from Dale's, because Dale's got all the stress and the worry. But sales is definitely the hardest job, especially in this day and age of vaping.
It's
100%.
With this role now, like you say, because the market is saturated with a lot of companies, tends to be short fills selling double the quantities that we are for half the price. It's like you're not making any money. But if they're happy to make 50p on a bottle and take them 3 years to make a tenner, that's up to them.
Yeah, but that's the joy of it. You never bow down to them. It's not to them things, do you? You're like, this is it.
The way I've seen it change since Jay started, obviously Josh is in there now, James used to be in there, Tom before that, and me initially doing it. It's gone from cold calling, which it isn't anymore. I would call it a lukewarm calling, because you're approaching businesses who've likely to have heard
most of it.
I've heard of us, and would potentially be interested. But what I love about where we've got to now is we probably have more calls in than go out from new customers, and it's nice for a company to. It's a victory for us as a brand when someone calls us and say, "Do you know what? I really want. I've seen your brand. I love your branding. I love what you do, and I've heard good feedback." And that comes from their customers asking them. If they don't stock Fizzy Bubbly, they don't stock Gaffer.
Word of mouth is always the best. You know, if they've got 5 people going into their shop saying, "Have you got the Fizzy Bubbly line?" If you've got the Fizzy Bubbly line in there and they don't have it, and they've got 5-10 people going in there, supply and demand, they need to get that in. So they're ringing us then.
Customers are your best salespeople.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Every company has got a field sales team that they don't pay, and that is their customers. And that's us saying thank you. It's a respectful thing. But our customers, they might move house.
That is one of the only benefits from the free shit chasers that are getting these free shit.
Yep.
Take a picture.
Brand
That's on
awareness.
there, and people, it's in their hand. You know,
Yeah.
that picture's seen on social media by 50 people who might see it, like it, and
Ask
then
a question.
their friends in common might
Yeah.
have seen that so and so's like this
The
picture that's
organic
going up.
reach you can get from that sort of handshake is you've been looking recently.
Yeah.
It's mad. And we've had quite a few of these in Pudsey. Customers have been coming to us for years, have moved area for work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We will no longer be their local shop. Now, it's nice that some of them still travel. However, they will go into their local vape shop, do you sell this? And if they don't, another person, 2 or 3 people in that area might have been, do you sell this? No. That's got it into the shop owner's
Yeah.
mind.
Mhm.
Well, if we'd have had those 4 bottles,
It's
that would have
supply and
been
demand.
80
People
quid
need.
coming through the till.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of being such a recognised brand in the UK as well. Because if somebody went in and said, "Have you got Sharky juice?" they'd be like, "Oh, no," and they wouldn't have heard of it. But the odds of someone hearing about that juice, what they've asked, or know about that juice, what they've asked for already, is very high. Do you know what I mean? There's perks to it, of course. But what I was going to say was, about the views and stuff like that. We've had posts that I've just showed you one that hit 130 something thousand organic views.
Yep.
But yeah, look, we're grateful that it's hit that many people and so many people have interacted. Am I grateful the way they interacted because of that post? Probably not. Because it's heartbreaking for when you put so much into something and they're only there for one reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
The feedback of it's great, but are the feedback serious, or they're just saying that because they want something? And this is like a massive. We've spoke about this numerous times now, haven't we? Like we're not about that no more.
See, I like this question here simply because Paul's not as from the vape industry as we are. So, where do you think the vape market will be? And be honest, completely honest, from a company point of view, from a personal point of view, where do you think the vape market will be in 5 years? I know what my idea is.
I think it'll be just overrun. I think it'll be mouth to lungs, Asda's, garages. That's where I think it'll be in 5 years. I don't think there'll be any.
I don't think short fills will be.
That one won't.
That one won't. I don't think short fills will be a thing in 2 years. Personally, I don't.
2
I
years.
think these will be regulated again. Where
I hope they do, Jay.
I kind of do. I kind of not for us because we've got so many bloody 100
See, I
mils.
know
We've got
something
like
about that
55 flavors across ours now.
You
That's a
told
lot
me.
of change. But
Yeah,
I
but-
don't think it's going to be like this now. I think it will be regulated. I don't think branding will look like this ever.
Nah,
you know, it's
it's
just
all
going to be.
It's going to
plain.
look like a box of fags. In the next 5 years, these bottles of juices are going to have warning labels all over them. It's going to look.
I
like a
hope
box
it
of fags.
doesn't.
No, of course not.
I
Fuck
don't
no.
think it will. Paul, what do you think?
I don't think it'll have the labels around them like you get on cigarette packets because like they don't contain nicotine when you buy it. You know
but
what
at
I
the end
mean?
of the day, the MHRA can do whatever the fuck they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, so can we in regards to loopholes in the law. I've always said the second they ban 0 mg nicotine e-liquid, I'll start selling lube because that is lube.
Mm.
I'm not telling you how I know that, but that is lube. That is definitely lubricant.
You didn't use
There's
it.
It'll just ruin the whole thing, won't it?
Well, no, it makes it a lot more slick. Oh, never mind.
Well, going.
Depends on the ratio.
It's sort
Have you
of
ever
on that
used one
subject.
of these as lube or wash yourself in?
I know, Joff.
Remember
So,
before the
good job
feed
for
when we
them.
said there's inappropriate things to ask?
Yeah. But you told me there were certain words that were cunts.
couldn't.
Could not.
So when I remember when everyone was panicking about TBD and everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be amazing actually for the people that can afford to pay X amount per SKU, and it will wiggle out all the shit people and the people that can't afford it." And in actual fact, it made it bigger.
Yeah.
TBD strengths in 10 mils
Mhm.
actually made the vape industry huge because it was so easy to do. It was just like, yo, we can just put 100 mil with nothing into 100 mil bottle. And
See, from my opinion, in 5 years, I think everything will be exactly this. I think it will be overrun more. But, well, no, in
over
five,
more, how much more can it be over?
What about when Brexit comes though?
Fucking, it's got nothing to do with it.
factories? and that?
Everything we buy is from America or here, so it won't be affected and manufactured here.
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
as how you just said it then though. It did. It want it.
They'll
This
still be
isn't
around.
just the case of putting juice in a bottle.
Not
For
for
us,
us.
how much?
Not for us.
How much trial and error it's gone from. How many different bottles we've tried, the machinery we've tried.
Yeah,
the
but what I
label
meant, Jay,
quality.
is-
We've got
is-
machinery up there that we've had for 3 years. We've had this from when I had a little tiny clean room at my house. We've got stuff up there that I've used.
What I meant by that comment was everything that's involved to go in that bowl is a lot more accessible now than it
Hell of
was.
a lot more.
Like, to make a 100ml bottle with a label and fully done 4 or 5 years ago was.
I agree with that. It's a lot more accessible of the materials.
You can Google this shit now, bro. You know what I mean?
You can access how to make your own juice and all that sort of stuff. However, what you can't do, there is no room for new branding now. And it sounds horrible, but if Joe, this is the worst thing in the world as well. A genuine company who has the same values as us and many other companies as well who are like us, and I say like us, like, oh, we could be like them. I'm not being arrogant when I say that, but there are a lot of companies with similar values. They want to make money, they want to be successful, but they also want to create a new product. We can create a new product now because we have the following and the clout in the industry to be able to bring a new product out and for it to fly. People trust our umbrella brand, which is the Yorkshire Vapor, because everything we release under that is trusted now. We have distributors who will order, having never tasted a new range. Yeah. We'll have 1,000 of them, we'll have 200 of them, we'll have 1,000 of them. You know what I mean? And they will do that. And you can't build that now. Unless you are an established brand like ourselves or like the bigger brands like Flawless and stuff like, you can't do that. If Paul could have a fantastic idea for a juice line, have 10 grand in the bank and want to really push it, come to us or whoever for manufacturing.
Wouldn't go anywhere, would it?
It wouldn't go anywhere, and it sounds horrible, but that's simply because
unless you've got clout to market.
Unless you've got £1 million marketing budget, like some of the bigger brands that have publicly used that budget, rightly or wrongly, they've done a good job.
I don't blame them for that.
I don't blame them for that either.
Just on that one.
If someone turned around to me and said,
in fact, let's say it was Dinner Ladies.
Yeah, Dinner Ladies have done a fantastic.
Everyone, do you know? So I actually seen a question there about would you feel offended if TOV was in Asda's and that, and when Dinner Lady,
no.
When Dinner Lady done the deal, and Argus, everyone was like, absolute dickheads. I'm like, how are they dickheads? Like, they're absolute geniuses.
Well, Doozy. I met the guy from Doozy when he was testing his flavours. He came into our shop and speak to us. They weren't for us at the time. Do you remember? And that guy is in Tesco now. Now, he obviously, don't get me wrong, people go into this from other industries and have connections and they're able to utilise those connections. If you are a marketing company and you have a large budget to bring a brand out and you can turn £1 million marketing budget into 60 million a year, you'd be a fucking idiot not to. If you had the ability and the links and the connections to do that, you would be an absolute moron to be in business. I am genuinely not a money orientated person, but I am a fucking realist at the same time. If someone come to me and said, right, Asda want your stuff, you're only going to be making 2p a bottle, but they'll buy 5 million a week off you. What fucking idiot would I have to be to say no to that? Do you know what I mean?
And it was like volume. A few weeks ago, I mean, we're not going to give them no more clout by mentioning them, but Jewel. I know it's a subject what everyone spoke about, but when Jewel got sold out for 10% for millions of pounds, and everyone was mugging him off on Facebook, and I actually got in some arguments with some people saying, absolute dickheads. They've released a discount code where you get 20 quid and you can get a free starter kit. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? It's a marketing campaign. Don't think that's a mistake.
At the end of the day, if they put 100,000 starter kits in 100,000 people's hands, and half of those people stick with Jewel,
and they have to buy those pods.
Only those pods. Fuck me, you've instantly got 50,000 more customers on your kit.
When the cost price for the manufacturer, because granted, the quality is different on those kits that they sent out, then qualities.
But Jay, just imagine the pod wasn't available. That'd still be a great marketing scheme because everybody's talking about them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever thought about selling on Amazon?
Blue did it as well, didn't they?
Because you can buy e-liquid on Amazon.
We've considered it before. But Amazon's a weird one, man. Like it's a weird fucking marketplace.
Wouldn't you rather have a face-to-face or communication with the company?
We tried listing our CBD products on Amazon, and Amazon turned around and said, "You can't list those because the owner of the products has already listed them." I'm like, "I am the fucking owner."
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean the owner of the product? Someone obviously one of our not competitors, one of our customers had listed it on Amazon, which is fine. It's a sales channel of theirs. But Amazon wouldn't let me fucking list them.
They won't let you sell your own stuff.
Because they said that the product owner and manufacturer was already selling them on there.
Couldn't you dispute that?
Well, I couldn't be asked. And it's just another channel to monitor. And it's
two people just said there that Jewel sold for 10 billion. Yep. Right. People are like, oh, they're absolute idiots. That they did not hand over £10 billion just because they thought it was worth that. They valued that percentages on turnover.
It wasn't even that. They bought 33% of the company for
10 billion.
Instantly floating that company for 30 odd billion.
It's a great investment.
Right. They haven't bought that company on what it's currently made, because whilst that Jewel have done had worldwide success, it is not worth 10 billion for a third.
In America,
it wouldn't even be worth 10 billion for
Isn't that
the
based
full amount of
over
the company.
a few years of sales?
It will be that company will not have turned over 10 billion since they started.
Yeah, but you know they
Nowhere
didn't
near in
launch
total.
for a year.
Right, yeah, but it's nothing to do with that. They will have bought that because of the potential that product has for its discretion, its discretional size, for its availability that they currently have.
And how it works.
Have you seen that? We went to see
Ease
them
of
at
use,
Expo.
yeah. There's not much user error
You've got to
in
think,
No.
right? They have a wholesale system that is vetted at like a telephone call. Once they've approved you, you never need to speak to a person again. You remember that online
that.
portal?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right? Therefore, they have such an easy process, and they will sell that fucking thing anywhere. Petrol stations, convenience stores, any shop who they believe will have the ability to market a vapable product, that jewel will be there.
Yeah.
We don't stock it simply because tobacco have an input, and we've never stocked it. We've always said we won't stock things from Big Tobacco. However, jewel is the only thing I would consider stocking.
Did you do that? You purely would say that though and do that because of the usability, because of how nice a jewel is, because it is a good device.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
They have changed the original jewels.
Oh,
were
yeah,
like
massively.
a metal frame. They were
It's
the
still
new
metal,
one-
but it's
It's not. It's plastic.
it's not.
No, it
It's
is
not, I
metal.
scratched it. I scratched
Yeah,
it.
it is metal, but it's just not as quality. It's not as heavy.
It isn't as
to
heavy,
me.
No.
Is there any question? Keep sharing as well.
Is there
guys.
any dual users?
Is there any other questions apart from vaping you'd like to know? Let's get it out there. Any you want to ask, Paul?
Yeah, I've got a question to ask.
Is it sensible and stream worthy?
No,
Don't bother. them.
definitely not.
Don't bother. them.
Hold on a sec, because I'm sure I've just seen a spider downside here.
It was your
Seriously,
it was
like
your fringe.
I seen something moving downside, and I thought
Was it
was
your
a spider.
foot?
No, it definitely wasn't my foot, but I
That-
think there's
that-
a spider.
That's
somewhere in
another
here.
thing what people are talking about. They're like, I know I mentioned it to you, Dan. They're saying, yeah, all these big tobacco companies are going to be buying these big industries and that. Oh, the fuck? Why? When they're worth billions, they could take over if they wanted to.
If they wanted to, they could buy every vape company with a substantially higher offer than the company was worth.
Yeah.
I've said to you, and I will say this publicly, I would not sell my company for what it was worth. But if a tobacco, I'm completely throwing figures out.
Yeah, but before you say that, that isn't because you want to sell up or you're looking to
I
sell.
don't want to sell. I'm not looking to sell anything like that. However, as a realist, and I'm not putting this is just simple figures for me to say, if TYV was worth 1 million, I would not sell it for 1 million. I wouldn't sell it for 2. Someone come up to me and says, right, £10 million, we'll take it a lot off you. I'd be like,
Stupid offer.
yeah, I'd say, see you later. Because as much as I could sell them and I couldn't manufacture the products that I designed anymore and we designed,
I don't think it'd be that easy though. See you later. I reckon you'd be like, ugh.
Well, no, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, if a substantial offer
fucking
come
would.
in, I'd be like,
Hey, what we gonna
I
do?
would at
How
Job
goes he
Centre.
ours, lads? He can have an
I'd be
extra
like,
month's
I'll have you
wages.
10 million, and I want to keep the Mont Blanc. You want me to sign the fucking thing? With?
Yeah.
Like I'm keeping the pen, and and I've said this, and I genuinely mean it. I'd give. I imagine quite a lot of my staff would want to leave because of who owned it. If they did, I didn't. That'd be up to them. If they did, I would see them all right. And I've always said that. I've always said if I sold up for an exorbitant amount of money, I would see my staff right if they wanted to leave and go the separate ways from us. And I would enjoy because I'd be stupid not to.
Yeah.
Like absolutely fucking stupid not to.
Yeah.
James Arthur Lookalikes.com.
I'm not. I don't look.
He's
fucking
doing
like it.
that to plug his
Yeah, I
website because
know.
that website forwards to his own. If you want to plug that shit, go to your group.
Do you think you'll ever put your prices up and down? Our prices, we don't need to go down.
I don't want to go
You
down.
know, not because you don't want to go down because of dough.
Cheapens a brand.
Because
Cheapens a brand.
you-
We've always been since we released 100mm short fills. It's been that price.
And do you know what we should do, Dal?
That price.
We should actually, for a giveaway, for a genuine couple of people, give them what we was talking about. Get them to come and have a tour and take them for dinner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what we should do one weekend and show them what goes in.
McDonald's.
Yeah, well, it'd be a fucking
best restaurant in
a
town.
gherkin burger, but
Push
yeah.
to a Five Guys, maybe.
Don't you feel like vaping is just going to completely overtake smoking?
It nearly has.
You're good.
'Cause, like-
it won't be far off.
Smoking these days, what is it, 20 quid for a packet of cigs?
No, it's not that dear. I think it's about fucking 12,
It's not.
14
It
quid.
won't be far off. will
I
it?
don't.
It
I
depends
think
what-
it's about
it
20
depends. You
quid.
know what blows my absolute fucking mind, right? And I don't know if the quality is. I mean, I'm not really promoting cigarettes here, but when I was a smoker, if you were smoking a Sterling, you were a fucking jippo. Like
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
it was always, oh, you dirty. Like, have you got a cig I can borrow, mate? Yeah. What is it, Sterling? I'm all right. I'll go.
Do you know
I'll go
what-
We
smoke
smoked
What, you were
Royals.
smoking silk?
Yeah, still cut.
Yeah.
For me,
Silk.
like I was a Lambert smoker, and that was a premium cigarette,
Embassy
or a
I was.
Regal, right? And we're not trying to promote smoking on here, but what I'm saying is that a pack of fucking Sterling, the amount of people now who are smoking, you say, what do you smoke? I say Sterling. I'm thinking, fuck, but that's probably because they're the cheapest,
caught up.
9-10 quid.
Yeah.
But that's because if you think a pack of Regal now, you can pay in a fucking train station about 17 quid for a pack of Regal.
Yeah.
If you walk through town though, now you see more people vaping than you do smoking.
Well, I've said this before. I go to Primrose Valley quite a lot, like caravan place down in Scarborough, right? And when I was first vaping 5 years ago, I'd go outside from club and I'd be vaping outside, and I'd be stood in corner like a little fucking leper, having a cheeky vape, and then there'd be 30 odd smokers looking at me like I were a fucking idiot.
It's other way around.
Now you go outside and there's one dirty smoker corner going.
They almost look embarrassed when you look at them.
They are.
We've managed to, and I think this is good. If you can make smokers feel embarrassed for smoking, they will soon fucking quit. And not for my financial benefit, not for any other company's financial benefit, for fucking health reasons. I am already a big motherfucker, so I will die young. Yeah, but I don't want to add smoking to that.
Do you know what the most annoying thing is for me? And I know it's probably next to impossible, but it could be done to the best it can. The vaping industry is worth millions upon millions of pounds, and nobody has nailed a device.
Technically, it's billions now.
Well, billions. But nobody has ever nailed a device what's exactly the same as a cigarette.
They have.
We're at like a Sky Cig.
That's what I were on when I first started vaping.
It came in like a cig packet as well. It
was dry.
No, what they were it looked exactly like a cigarette.
Yeah, it had a
but
blue
when
light in it.
Tab Lights did a good job. You remember Tab Lights? They used to have a little standing, Kingsgate Centre in Huddersfield, and they had one in Leeds as well. They were good, and I quit for about 5 months on them before my son was born. And then the day he was born, because we had a mad home birth that wasn't planned, I went and bought 20 Lambert. Just
Sky Cigs were dangerous, so I remember one of them blowing up.
I think cigs, regardless, e-cigs should not look like a cigarette.
No, they shouldn't look like one.
To look like a cigarette.
To be honest, I don't like the word e-cigarette. We have to use it because it's the most known. Vaping's all well and good, but in my opinion, e-cigarette is seen as a positive way to quit smoking. Vaping has a bad name.
What do you call this?
E-cig.
E-cig.
Oh, do we call both of those e-cig?
Yeah, but to be fair,
would you ever say mod?
Paul's pretty new to vaping.
I think like the proper hardcore vapors call it a mod, regulated, whatever. But I just call it an e-cig. Like even my kids, they say, "Have you got your e-cig?" You know what I mean?
Do you not think though that e-cigarette, and I'll go into why I think this and why I've shown it recently. Whilst I don't like the word e-cigarette because it contains the word cigarette, which is exactly what we're trying to get rid of. However, it's the most recognisable term. 100%. And I think e-cigarette sounds like the more professional, helpful way, an electronic cigarette. Vaping has a bad name because of people selling to underage kids. None of these things we do. But selling to underage kids, people like these guys taking them into fucking schools. Like the worst thing is we have 3 high schools, 2 of them in the centre of Pudsey near our shop. We will never sell to a fucking under 18, and we are quite savvy at picking up parents who are buying for their kids. Now, personally, if my son were 15 and smoking, I'd get him an e-cig.
Yeah, but okay, if you was in a shop,
yeah,
and a bird come in with a kid and openly said to you, "Is that still illegal?" Like,
proxy buying's illegal.
Oh, is it illegal?
Yeah,
but how about if she wasn't with the kid? Then could you still do that?
If she
can't police that.
If she said it was for her kid, we'd have to refuse a sale.
Oh, you would have to?
Yeah. If she said it was for someone who was under 18, we couldn't sell it to him. We've had people come in before, and I mean, genuinely, you can tell the kid is telling the mother what they want. We've denied that. But we have genuinely had people come in. Now, this is where it falls away from our responsibility. We can only do so much, and we have been legitimately convinced that, what did your dad want again? And they've gone through a process. They've been well rehearsed, and they clearly do it all the time. And they've got something, and it were a fucking squonk kit. They've gone outside. Now, I still don't know if the kid used it, but she's gone outside, opened this kit, and passed it back to the kid. And we were genuinely, at that point, they've successfully proxy bought, but we had nothing else we could have done to know that. Like, we were genuinely,
Did that bother you? Did it bother you?
Bother me when the kid
did it bother you more that it was illegal or the fact that he wanted to vape?
I'd rather see a kid vaping than smoking, though.
I'd rather them do neither. But again, from a personal point of view,
if they didn't smoke fags first, then no.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. Like, because a lot of kids are doing it to be cool, and like I say, for me, if Ricky was smoking and I caught him, he'd get the biggest backhand of his life, and I'd throw an e-cig down his fucking throat. Obviously,
the only people to blame though for the coolness is us.
Yeah, no, I agree. But on the other hand, the problem we've got, and it will give us to some people a bad name. There are a lot of school kids, and you see them walking through Pudsey every day, to from school after home, all that sort of stuff, vaping. Now, I can guarantee you, none of them got that from us, but they go to town after school.
But to be fair, my 4-year-old daughter, I say, Andrew, can you get my mod for me? She knows what it is.
Oh yeah, well Ricky does. Ricky knows what. Well, he's going to win it. Do you know what I mean? But the problem I've got is school kids walking through our town. The town centre where our shop is the
People
main.
point fingers and
proprietary
think
shop.
they've got that from
they've
there.
got
then.
that because they're
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Pudsey. They think they've got that from there. Not because they've been to town to a shop that we all know in town that sell. And I've watched school kids in
Or
their
hand-me-down
uniforms in the drum.
liquids.
Yeah,
I know that.
Hand-me-down
and
mods.
it
Where
looks bad on us, but we've genuinely never, by knowledge of us as a company, supplied an underage person. Even before, because
Not intentionally.
You've got not intentionally. We could have supplied through proxy that we've never known about. But even, do you know that the over 18 rule was only applied like 2 years ago? Like it wasn't a thing before that. But we've always only sold to over 18s. Even when we're online, we try to police it as much as possible.
We haven't helped that with the way we've blowing O's and doing tricks and taking cool photos and that little kids.
that is a big thing of it.
Kids will
innit?
generally look if
It
it
is,
fuck
but
me. Look,
promotions-
Snapbacks.
But we've never done that with the mindset or the direction towards kids. But you got to think, we have this because it's colourful and it catches your eye. It catches anyone's fucking eye.
yeah. Oh, it's
It catches
anything
a
can.
70-year-old's
Yeah.
eye. It catches
Well, this is another thing you wanted to avoid, just having nice things in your shop. You at one point you wanted to have like milkshakes and things like that, but then you were like, you know what? I don't want to do that because I don't want it to attract young people to come into the shop and want a milkshake on the way home from school and whatnot. Because regardless if they're going in there and buying a milkshake, which is not
And
a
we're all in
tobacco
there
product,
with tattoos and snapbacks.
That's why we put the bar in, because the bar is directed at over 18s. Obviously, if a parent comes in, it's the same as any pub with the before 7 rule. If someone comes in on a Saturday for an hour, wants to watch a bit of football, they've got the kid with them, the kids are welcome to come in, right? We've always said that, with a parent, with an accompanying adult. And if that parent wants to go and buy a bottle of Corona because they're not driving or whatever, because you shouldn't drive if you're drunk, and the kid wants a drink and it's before 7, I mean, we close before 7 on Saturday anyway, the kid wants a fizzy pop, they can have a fizzy pop. It's the same as any bar. But, and then if they want, obviously the shop could be full of vapour, the parent has the choice at that door. And some parents leave the kids outside, which is fine. We will always say, you're welcome to bring
I
the kids
don't
in.
like vaping around my daughter.
See, I don't mind.
See, I don't.
Yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest.
Nah, I don't vape
Because I
around my
know
daughter.
it's
I
not.
don't really vape round Harry. Just because I never had. I never did.
And it's like, talking about the kid thing, I was actually streaming the other night and I was blowing O's at the webcam and there was a viewer in there saying, can I game with you? And I was like, yeah, cool, got him in. First thing he said was, that was cool what you did at the webcam. I said, how old are you? He said 13. Do you know what I mean? Not that I intentionally made it look cool for him to say that, but that was the first initial thing he said to me when he come into my chat was, yo, that was cool as fuck what you did there. So, I don't know. It's a tricky one, but that's a good one. What Salam's just asked. Would you ever consider a TYV product a device?
Well, you did at one point. You drew it up. Remember?
Yeah.
Would you? I think the route to go down that now would be a collab with a company, ain't it, Jay?
Well,
Sort
the,
of
the
like,
route,
See, I don't like
the route
doing
for
that.
doing that.
No, but like juice wise, if a company, i.e. that does a mouth to lung and said, yo, will you put your salts in it?
It'd definitely be cheaper to bring out an unregulated device in this day than a regulated device. But now is not the time to be bringing out a new unregulated device.
There's one good company that are currently dominating, that we were speaking about earlier, that are dominating the mechanical market, and that's Deathwish. Maxime, Maxime and Evo together are doing a fantastic job with Deathwish. And on the one hand, other than their products being popular, that side of the market is relatively dead. Right?
But to be fair, Deathwish, they are killing it. Without a shadow of a doubt, they're killing it when it comes to mechs. But
Again, that's because they've got a name out there,
but
a good ground.
have you seen how cool as fuck they all are?
Yeah, well, you've got a good See, I'm not into the designs and stuff, and that's not me being disrespectful.
No, I'm on about the people behind it.
Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying. You've got a good product coupled with a fantastic, and this is not me kissing ass for anyone to say anything. You've got a fucking good solid product that's been improved over time, and you can see those improvements, coupled with a fantastic trusted distributor of said products. That's a recipe for success straight
100%.
away. The same way that same distributor Evo
It's helped us.
was our recipe for success with them. Like they've made financial gain from our products. Like we made financial gain from them stocking every single one of our products without testing of taking our products on.
Well, James is the biggest, isn't he? You know, whatever he puts his hands on.
He's the one to if he believes in a product and he genuinely trusts it from the start. Since we were in white and
it sells.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it will have to sell for him to continue.
We had the white and red bottles, and James rang me. We were getting to a point where we were growing and we had to reduce sort of radius and stuff. James spoke to me and we did a deal, and I took the first order down and stuff, and that was over 3 years ago now. and we still have a strong relationship with that same company that have helped us, and we've helped them, and we've done personal stuff with them. Nights out, and we've been airsoft, and we did TYV versus Evo last year. Like, we have a good relationship, and that's so. I've gone off.
I think Maxime and that though, and the are they called the Reaper Squad. It's a Reaper Squad, isn't it? All them guys. Yeah. They're very
mad image, aren't they?
They've got a crazy image, and to be fair, even I think, fuck me, some of them look cool as fuck. Like with a big rocker style.
Do
and
they
all.
even Yorkshire Vapor though?
Yeah, a lot of them do, bro. They all love TYV, Maxime and all that.
Joff's part of the.
Joff?
He's one of us,
and he's a big part of TYV as well. Do you know what I mean? He is as a sponsor, and to be fair, it's Maxime has never been the guy that will try and I don't know, push his product in the wrong direction. He's always like, this is the product, this is what it is, you want to buy it, you want to buy it. And people have, because of that generally, the way he's approached it. How often do you play with 13-year-olds? Simon, anyone can join your Twitch stream, you mad guy.
Thank you for ruining what's been an hour and 23 minutes of great
solid viewers as well, man.
You just come and fuck it up.
Yes, Sam. All comments coming up. It's just there's loads of them. We're trying to go through them.
See, the collab.
Yeah, in regards to the hardware, the mechanical market is the easiest route to go down, and we wouldn't want to impede on Death Wish. Nor whether we could or not, I don't know. We haven't gone down that stage. I've designed mechanical stuff before, not necessarily tubes, but other things. And
is it your forte though?
Well, I can draw.
You've definitely designed and come up with something.
Before 4 years ago, was e-liquid?
I think. That's your
e-liquid
profession.
Is what we're good at. It would be nice to have hardware, but it would definitely be.
We've also got cottons as well. CBD wasn't, and we've got CBD under our
Ian's
belt.
just asked, would you collab with Blue and Assaulting Doubt? And the reason you wouldn't though, can we just clarify that they're a massive company purely because Pride and Big Tobacco.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You'd have been more inclined with Von Earl before Von Earl
got bought.
Yeah,
I would collab with a pod system. In fact, I would like to. That would probably be our foot into the hardware market. Like, I believe Juice Source did a collab with Swarin, is it called, where you can get 2 air bottles of salts with a kit.
And V-God done the Stig.
Yeah. So that neither of those companies, Swarin or Juice Source, are tobacco companies. It's a good deal for them, and it's a good idea. I would do a pod collab like that with a China company that we not just your average. You get the emails every fucking day. Everyone who works gets emails every day. Hi, you Yorkshire Vape? We buy it. No. We don't tend to buy off any. In fact, we are a wholesale company who contact other customers, but I'm quite a dickhead when it comes to, if you contact me, I won't buy it. I've always been like that. If you let me know you're sending me samples, we'll go through them at some point between us as a company. If you just send me samples through the door, see you later. They're off. Unless we already have a working relationship with it. I've always been like that. When we get round to it, that would probably be the next thing I looked at. There you go. You got Elements and Aspire and
Nasty Jews have got a mod out.
Yeah,
is that their own though?
It's another company's, but they've branded this. They've bought enough of them to brand themselves. So that would be the only hardware consideration I would make at the moment. Would be a pod system that went with our products. That wasn't a tobacco firm.
They'd have to have something about them, though.
Yeah. Either that or they could.
Not that like you are the fucking king.
Well, there's
a lot.
No, but on the other, it would be great to put it in a system with Inikin or Aspire. But we both know them sort of names will want fucking silly money, more money than I'm willing to put. There's a line what I'm willing to spend to get it done, and what it's worth to me to get it done.
Yeah, but when you
cross that line,
when you own a company, like I can't even imagine how it feels. But for me personally, say like I don't know, Jace. We've seen a couple of videos where certain people aren't keen on the flavour what you've created, and they've actually teared the juice in your arsehole. We don't care that there's going to be a flavour that people don't like, of course. But,
it's 55 of them.
It's the slanderous comments that come with
and
it.
It hurts, man. Do you know what I mean? When you've put your heart and soul, and I can't imagine how you would feel. Well, you don't really give a shit, do you?
No, it's not that. I've got a thick skin to it. Cause I've been listening to this about my products for years from various people, and 80% of the time it's from people who I've had a disagreement with. Like one specifically, I'm not going to name the person because he died down, but one used to do reviews for us, and we had a great relationship with them. They would happily tell me having a review if there were improvements needed. That helped me grow. Although when we had a disagreement, he re-reviewed them. They re-reviewed them and said they were all shit. Now
Is that the person that I were on about?
No.
I know exactly
They
what you're on about.
re-reviewed them, and the same ones, and said they were all shit. And I'm like,
Who, as since then, I have approached these people, wanting to obviously get our stock on their shelves. Do you know, if it's supply and demand, like I say, you've got people in area asking for it. So I've approached them, and they've said no because I've had an argument with Dale at some point, and it's like, but you haven't had an argument with me.
yeah,
You know, you're not buying off Dale. You're buying off me here right now.
Yeah.
I am the face on the phone at the other side right now. You know, and that's why you employed me to fix bridges half at
Sure.
time.
we
because
have.
I am a stubborn motherfucker.
You are.
And people, if I fall out with someone, and it's never usually for no reason. Like, I will genuinely usually have a good reason for telling someone to go fuck themselves. But I will not rebuild that bridge on my own. Someone has to be
I'm
there
the
to
same.
push me to rebuild that bridge, because like I say, once someone's burnt that trust and has fucking wound me up, I'll be like, do you know what? Fuck you, mate. I don't care how much money.
It's
you've got, I'm
almost
not
as if,
interested.
like, there's been times where I've been speaking to these people that Dale's argued with, and I'm keeping
that-
it quiet and thinking Dale can't ever find
Yeah,
out. that
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to fix a friendship here. But,
Stu's been
you know,
sat there
it
with
works.
me in a meeting where I've said to a bloke, the geezers have sat there opposite us and said, we spend millions and we do this. I don't fucking care how much money you've got and how much money you spend. What are we here for? Do you
Can
know
we
what I mean?
actually
Like,
can we actually tell them what we said in that meeting when I picked up the bottle of juice?
I can't remember.
And
Didn't you say, what the fuck's that?
the guy had about 15, 20 bottles of juice in front of him, and I said, "What juice is that, mate?" And he went, "Oh, so-and-so." And I said, "Yeah, exactly. Ours is TYV, mate." And then, and the guy like actually shut up about it. But I'll tell you what we'll do, right? For the next, I don't know, we meant to finish soon, but let's have some other questions. Let's see what we're about. Let's ask Paul something or whatever.
Go on, ask away.
Are you a cunt?
Oh,
No.
fucking hell. We got right to the end.
Yeah,
Right to the end.
That was one of the words that I got told I wasn't allowed to say.
No, you can say it, but in good context. And
Alright.
that was good context.
You have
because
actually
of
got a
the-
60 mil coming out, but you can't say it, can you? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I've got a 60 mil.
Yeah, coming out.
See, this fucking loses me every time.
The thing.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
fuck are
you
you
twat!
talking
You
about?
clickbaited me then. I thought you was on track.
No idea. We probably do have. I think we do have 60 mils coming out. I can't remember what they are.
Dale just have to double check with his staff
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just have to ask the guy.
Should do a Yorkshire accent. Actually, the other day I said sen.
Sen. Miss Sen.
I said sen. Yeah.
Can you say, "Hey up, love"?
Hey up, love. All right, mate.
How's it going?
How's it going?
You all right?
Mine,
Right.
Dixon,
So,
who's the
here bar
best
gum,
looking?
can you belly touch
Please.
your bum?
Paul's definitely going to vouch for himself on that question.
I'm going to vouch for you all picking me.
Let's have a
Standard.
poll right now. Who's the best looking?
Me.
Jiving the fucking them eyes
I was
every time.
How's the lighting? How's the lighting on my eyes?
Who's the best singer? Probably Dale.
Probably Dale.
Probably Dale. Dale can actually. He's got a ballad in him.
Oh, God. At
As
the
what?
Christmas do, we all went to karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I said I want drinking, didn't I, Paul?
Oh yeah.
Paul.
Yeah,
you
that's
you
like
had
a
a
night
beverage
with
or two?
Oh, my word.
I've got.
I says I'm not drinking, and next minute it's like 5 minutes after being out. There's videos on YouTube and Facebook of him posting and me singing on karaoke.
Chris, we've already got a 60 mil range, dude. And we are bringing more out. I just can't remember what they are off the top of my head.
If you
Yeah.
keep your eye out on the screen behind, the
and Saddam.
50 mil gummies does pop up on there.
Paul don't
Yeah.
work for TLV. Paul's a semi YouTuber and a bit of an influence on Facebook, and he's sponsored by us. But
Oh,
he's,
fucking
Where-
hell, there's a good question. I never thought I'd say
oh
this.
yeah, yeah.
Who
yeah.
has
Definitely
the
not
best
mine.
hairline?
Definitely
not
not
me.
me.
It's definitely not, but it's got to be Stu, and Stu's receding.
Yeah, Stu's
see
probably
your
got.
Get
Go
your
on,
hairline.
nah, I'm not getting out now.
Put it
Go
this
on,
way.
go on. I'll get mine.
No, hang on a second. Before you do
Absolutely
that, Paul,
not.
before you
Paul
do
is
that,
the
I just
best
wanna
looking.
clarify.
You mad?
This room is filled with 4 people, all receding, but
Are
only
you
one who's
mad?
accepted it. And it's the one without his fucking hat on. I've accepted the fact that I am going bald. The other 3, who are all older than me, haven't accepted it
I
yet.
suppose we're all getting old now. How old are you?
So can I just say, you're all in your 30s.
Dale's
yeah?
30 Saturday, guys.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
These are all
yeah.
in there.
Stu, how old are you?
Lads, if anyone wants to send Dale a present, right, go to on Google the Yorkshire Vapor
Yeah.
Pudsey. There's the address. Send him some shit, man.
You know
It's his birthday
that
Saturday.
that ain't a bad idea. That why don't we get somebody, or if anyone's watching that wants to send us something in for us next show
Yeah.
that we could review?
Drop us a message.
done that
Drop
before.
us a message.
I've actually done that a couple of times.
It'd be good, that wouldn't it?
He
You
was
know, like
t-
if you've
Stu
got some
was
cakes or
terrified of
something
what I
like
I
that.
would like
sending.
it gift wrapping so we don't know what's in it.
What if somebody
we'll-
sends us a box of buns?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually. I am actually going to post these tomorrow. I'll post the address of the shop, and if anyone wants to kindly send Dale
That's fine,
something.
because your other half works there and other people.
Yeah, but
They
you'll
can
be
open
opening
it.
them, no.
I'm not.
What if there's somebody out there that makes their own mods that wants to send like 4 in for us to try?
Well,
That'd be a pretty sick idea.
You sound like a free sheet on that. To be fair.
Yeah. We're giving away free stuff, so we'll get some in return.
I'm not
Well-
picky, but it has to be Stabwood.
Yeah. We're not finishing now, but I'd just like to say,
You don't have to sell me up, but I've always fancied a Mustang.
yeah,
Like,
if you want to
if
send
anyone,
one.
if anyone out there, if Mr. Beast's in here, like,
Mr.
please feel
Beast.
free to get me the bullet edition though, because I mean, don't give me a shit one.
You're not
Yeah.
picky though.
I think
I'm
if
not
somebody,
picky, but the bullet would be nice.
if there's somebody out there that's watching this that has their own business that wants us to try something, whether it be like food or clothes or something like that,
Or
just
Would
send
you
it
like
in.
to see any challenges?
If
What
it's vaping, you're pushing
competitions?
it.
Or
Anything?
if there's anyone out there that's got a business and you want to come on this podcast and get involved and be a guest and have a chat with us, then drop us, any of us, a message. And we're not ending right this second, but I would just like to say thank you to the solid 60 plus people that have stayed in this podcast and everyone that shared it. You guys have been mad.
And for commenting, we ain't got
yeah.
through everyone's comments, but
We appreciate the fact
Yeah.
that
I
you
don't think
guys.
we're expecting that much interactiveness on the first one. To be
Yeah.
fair.
I'm the best driver. Just saying.
Yeah,
Stu's
You
not.
are.
I'm not going to say Jason isn't, but I'm going to say Stu isn't.
I'm not. I'll put me on
My
a bike.
car
I'll
was
smoke
slower
all
than
you.
yours, and I bet you.
Put me on a bike. I'll smoke all you.
I can't ride a bike.
My mate actually asked me a question earlier. Stu, do you dye your beard? No. You can vouch me on that one.
No, he doesn't die. He's the greys are coming through.
Yeah. And when are we getting another bike?
See, we were going to stream this in 4K, but Stu, because of his beard and he's a bit touchy and that, he made us do it in 1080p,
Hats
so
off.
you couldn't see it.
Yeah. Thank you guys, man. Thank you to
Did
everyone.
you my
And-
Neapolitan fucking thing going on here? See, I'll copy this thing.
It's just
out.
ginger, mate.
Yeah, you look Amish, bro.
I don't look like I've got eyebrows.
You know, I just really want to say something because I know my mum's like watching now. Yeah,
Mute
but
his mic
mum,
then.
stop fucking phoning my phone. Just stop. You're watching it. You know what I'm doing. Just stop phoning my phone.
I don't think she's watching.
She is.
You could turn your phone off.
Great cast. And
I just had to ignore her.
guys, we're going to be doing this
That's cool.
every Monday at 7 o'clock. We are going to be doing lots of other things. We're going to smash our heads together. If anyone comes up with ideas, comment, post on the Yorkshire Vapor page. You all know where we are. You all know how to get in touch with us.
What about spin the wheel?
Spin the wheel. Well, I'm down.
Have you got a wheel to spin?
Yep.
We've got a wheel
Yeah.
in it.
We got multiple.
We
ones.
have got some challenges and things like that lined up, which
We got-
we've got out
As
there.
long as
Which,
they don't involve like hot stuff.
Nah, hot stuff.
Well-
That's definitely one of the challenges.
well,
2
Paul,
hours that destroyed me for earlier.
This is actually your podcast, guys. So you tell us what you want to see, man.
what happened earlier on, Paul?
Jason had this. What would it call?
Psycho sauce.
Yeah, psycho sauce, and I didn't want to take any on my fingers. So I let him drop the pipette on my tongue, and whilst he was
It's like
dropping it on my
it's
tongue,
Mad Scoville unit
Yeah.
in strength of
$1 million,
spice.
I think. It's $1 million.
whilst he dropped it on my tongue, the pipette actually touched my lips at the same time, and it destroyed me for like 2 hours.
So whilst Paul was crying in the other room with a glass of milk, I took his mod and I laced his drip tip with this psycho
Yeah, he
sauce.
did.
With your ass.
Yeah, straight up in ring.
That's probably the reason why it lasted for 2 hours, because I was vaping it coming back from Keighley.
He rang
And I
me, he
was
was like, did you
I-
lace my fucking mod?
I was taking lungfuls, and my throat were like burning. I was like, "What's going on here?"
I actually asked.
Just to clarify, I didn't put it in his mod. It was just around.
Solid sauce.
Not
Around
in,
the
but
tip.
around the
Around
tip.
the tip.
Yeah, well, this is our first one, and it's been quite informative. We've had some decent chats, but we are looking on doing a lot of different things. I mean, we want to have. some
JB,
crazy
you need
stuff
to bring
going on.
that spicy stuff up because that was really good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do stuff like that. I'm out of the spicy thing, but we will do challenges. We will have
think you
guests.
Chili.
I am. I'm out.
You think you are.
But yeah, guys, you all know. We are Yorkshire Vapor. If you want any of these stuff, you know where to go.
If there is any shop owners in this chat, please feel free to contact me directly if you would like
Stuart
to see
Matthew
any
on
of the
Facebook.
following lines, or if your local shop doesn't have any Yorkshire Vapor products, please beg,
Unlikely.
get in touch, keep throwing our name out there and get your shop owners to stock us.
Also, if
Yes.
you want to drop in the shop or buy online,
And
make sure
use
you
the
use that
code
code
StuVapes.
Paul15.
I
We should
get-
only allow it
No, but
once.
what I get is like
Fuck you guys. Use Dale 30 for 0% off.
you have all got fucking discount codes, but you all plug them on top of mine. But everybody knows that mine's a better discount code.
You shouldn't be, because your discount code is the better one. You shouldn't be allowed to throw it around loosely.
Of course, I'm the fucking social media manager.
You should be able to do it on Facebook.
Hang on. You wouldn't have a code if it wasn't for me.
To be fair, he did push for that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
But you were the one that were like, the first day, like I became like a representative. You were like, Paul, be my best mate.
On that note, guys, nah, but on a serious one, man, you guys have been legends, man. Every Monday, 7 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. Go and follow our Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Share the feeds out there and get 500 likes on his feed. And that ginger cunt at the end will get a nipple piercing.
Are we going to get an audio-only version of this?
No, we don't
Expect a message tomorrow, Sam.
I'm looking at the memory card that I needed to do that. So what I'm going to have to do is take this video, take the audio off of the video, then publish it on other formats, which will be published and we'll let you know where.
What we're talking, like Spotify, iTunes?
You should do a drunk podcast.
Those
Those
places.
things, yeah.
Spotify would be good.
Spotify would be good.
I don't know what Spotify is, but I hear a lot of people doing podcasts on Spotify.
You know where you look really close in the mirror and you just kind of assess.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Is it 7
Peace
o'clock?
out. Yeah, 7 o'clock every Monday, man. And these are going to be every Monday, Dale. And it's also Dale's birthday on Saturday. Get them fucking gifts sent to
Why?
that shop.
Hang on, why Dale?
Please
you-
drop us messages.
that'd be good,
we will
that.
send you the
What if-
address. I'll send you the warehouse address if you want to send them here. Please send them gift wrap because I don't even want to know
Yeah.
what's in them. Dale would like to open them
I'm not
live
opening
on the
anything with-
podcast.
Let's get you a load of presents sent in for the next
Oh,
one.
yeah, I'm going.
alright, mate,
in
I've got
fact,
one
this
present, I'm
week.
too old for
No,
presents.
shush.
No.
It
Dale,
can't
because
have a pulse,
now
though.
we're taking control. This week, we are going to push hard as fuck, guys, for you to send Dale gifts for this Saturday, and I will live feed him open.
How many likes has this video had?
I don't know. I'm not been following.
Live
Guys,
nipple
before
piercing.
everyone leaves, can you just press like quickly, just so we've got those numbers up? Because if we get to 500, Paul is going to get his nipple pierced live on
Does
the
it
show.
bleed?
Does it
Of
bleed?
course it does. You have a fucking needle for your nipple.
Mine didn't bleed.
Yeah, well, you ain't got blood, Jay.
I ain't got blood. Blood.
I don't know if I could deal with
Oh
that.
shit, James Byrne, a building, Jim. We've been talking about you, mate.
Does it make your nipple really sensitive? Like
You
for
just have a
ages?
fucking
A
needle
drunk
through it, mate.
podcast.
It's when it got when it
That
gets
could
cold
get
and it
messy,
starts
though.
lifting up the ring.
He
Jesus.
can't handle his beer.
I
He
don't
gets
think.
aggressive.
I can handle
reckon
beer.
You get aggressive.
I don't get aggressive. I'm a lover.
Who can't handle the beer?
You?
I can.
You get fucking Larry when you're sober.
I know it just goes down too easy. Like
You get pissed quick and get really angry.
Yes, presents
get angry.
incoming.
I've
You
never
get
seen him
angry.
angry. He always
I've
looks
only
right
got
merry.
I got angry once.
I just
And
dance
I
and
fell
just
over.
party and just
You know when I fell over on Brigitte?
oh fucking hilarious.
Oh,
fell
yes.
over.
He,
My
he hit
legs-
the deck, boom, and then he were up.
I've just
I was like,
realised.
I was
Fuck, so you got
ready.
up so quick.
I was in a bad mood. I was
Sorry,
convinced
Dale.
this guy was wanting to fight me. So I'm walking down Brigitte shouting at me. This guy had no idea. He did not want to fight. I was just that pissed. I was convinced he wanted to do something. I'm going to kill him. My left leg kept going. My right one stopped. And I went down like a sack of shit.
I have actually just realised what James Burr's comment was about, and Chris from ODB Raps.
Oh,
Oh, we got someone from ODB Rock.
James,
James Burr.
bear in mind, James, I swear to God, I will send
Is
you
it-
something back.
Chris messaged me. I'll get warehouse address.
Yeah.
Did you know that Chris ordered Josh a goat?
Look, it was a thing.
He bought him a goat.
What, a real life goat?
A goat.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in a
Well,
sanctuary.
Josh shit himself because Dale thought, oh, fucking hell, there's a goat going
No,
to the shop.
Dale
What am I gonna
told
fucking do?
That's a good
Josh
idea, isn't
there was
it?
a goat in the shop.
Oh, Josh was shitting himself. And he's like, no, I told Chris not to do it. So Chris sent this goat to an animal sanctuary instead, and he's got all the paperwork. He's adopted this goat. He is the foster.
He's the
father
dad.
to-
So does he have to go and like give it a bale of hay and stuff?
is that what is that? Well, it depends.
No, he's just his dad.
A lot of people are going for this drunk podcast, you know.
The drunk podcast, but forget the drunk
Takes
podcast for
yeah.
now.
ages to get
It's
pissed
Dale's big 30th
You-
birthday Saturday. Guys, I am going to push so hard to get him some
I would like to see presents coming in though, guys. The most creative gift. You've got to wrap it with perfection. as
Yes,
well.
and mark it Dale, because Dale will just say, can you open it 'cause it's something I want.
Please, please write Big D.
Big D and
Big
James.
Big D, man.
That needs to be a fucking...
Yeah.
We need to get Paul to record you saying that and put it on there.
Yeah, but on that note, guys, you guys have been fucking legends. That never worked. Whoa.
Oh.
That's a mysterious one for the present opening. In fact, what we'll do is,
Dun, dun, dun.
I know it's your birthday on Saturday, but what we'll do is all the presents that come, you can send them over the weekend as well. We'll open them Monday.
What
Live.
day? What day is the surprise party on?
Saturday?
Saturday.
Is it?
I can't wait to see his face.
Whose face? Oh, Dale's. Yeah.
Surprise!
But Monday, guys, what we'll do is if every present that gets sent to the shop, we will open live Monday. Dale can open them on this podcast. Fuck it, I'll put it out there.
Tracy, fucking hard paper round. Thanks.
Make sure you
Much
leave a note in this
appreciated.
present as well, so we can give you a thank you after,
Yeah, make sure you leave a note and send him anything.
or a return to
and bear in
sender
mind,
address.
If you're putting your name in there, you will get a fucking thank you reciprocated based on what's in it. Because chances are, if you send it to me, I'll have your address.
You
So-
won't send it to me. Send it to the shop address.
No, I'll have their address. If it's someone watching, we will have sent them something. I'll have their address.
Can't we just give the address out now?
Well,
No,
yeah, it's
because 12
19.
minutes over and I am dying for the toilet.
Yeah. So on that note, guys, every Monday, 7 o'clock, I've said it and I'll say it again. See you next Monday, live opening. And everyone wish Dale a happy birthday for Saturday, man.
Happy birthday, Dale.
Peace out, one love. TY motherfucking V.
Can you imagine that?
Thank
phone
you very
call?
much, guys.